what it was before.
Oh. What it is? Fireball dice.
Fireballs, yeah.
But now my proficiency went up, and now I have a plus 11 to hit. So,
Lightning bolt dice?
Uh-huh.
Are they blue? Oh yeah, they're like sparkly blue. Ooh. 50.
so when you level up, do you heal?
Are these Eldritch Blast dice?
Okay, so we'd be at 4.
Oh, they're arcane,
They're magic
they're
missile.
magic missile dice.
They already have the +1 added.
Yeah, they're magic missile dice. Ha, that's cool. So they're 2, 3, 4, 5 dice.
Uh-huh. That's the Eldritch.
Cool. Oh, that's neat. I like that.
Yeah, I can rage twice.
They're an alien?
Yeah.
Goblin?
Yes. They're called Goblin Slayer. They have a goblin head in them.
With a little dagger stuck in the skull?
Oh, that's adorable.
Oh.
And then these are like ranger dice. I got bored and started buying
They have
dice.
like little leaves in them. They have like little maple leaves.
Nice.
It's what I do.
Yeah.
They have maple leaves in them.
Here, this is the Goblin Slayer.
If you played as a goblin, would you run into some serious problems with like cities and people?
You could ask
Depends if you're an Eberron or not.
you could ask Laura Bailey to find out from Critical Role. She played a goblin named Nox,
Well,
and
I
she
thought
had
it-
to use
I
disguise
thought-
itself.
I thought it
at all
was.
times.
I thought it was.
These are so cool. You want to check them out?
What's his name?
Oh, wait, was it Sam?
It was Sam.
Was it Sam,
Sam Regal,
that
yeah.
played Nox?
And so people will just like,
It was.
is
was
it
Sam?
Will they attack on sight, or will they just be super, super unpleasant?
They might not attack on sight if you're in like a civilized town with like a rule
Fireball.
wall. But like if you were in like an outpost
that's so cool.
and somebody had ever like had a personal encounter with goblins,
They probably just
they
be like,
might just try to kill you.
interesting.
Yeah.
Lightning bolt.
Wow.
Can you guys hear the music?
Not really.
A little bit.
I heard it here and there, but it's pretty soft. Really neat.
Those are the Eldritch.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I was at friends and we were playing games, and
Yeah.
I was waiting for their game to finish, and I was
We had
like,
to pass the time.
Man, I love
I saw these,
Yeah.
and I went to the site, and then I started buying more dice.
Yeah, I already got the shipping covered, right? Or,
I did not.
no? Okay.
I wonder if it'd be useful to take a level into rogue. Then you can disengage.
You're gonna multi-class into rogue and barbarian.
yeah, I mean,
from
I don't think you can take that
Or-
right away.
Or,
you might not have the dexterity.
well, what
Oh
I,
shit! Yeah, you're right.
what I did is
I
I
don't
took,
know.
Tony, I took the feat mobile, which means lets me disengage if I've made a melee attack.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, that would be better than
because
wasting
a rogue doesn't get disengaged until later on.
Yeah.
True. Love
So, like,
three.
it was huge for me. It gives me plus 10 to my movement, and it lets me disengage as long as I make a melee attack, which for me is would be shocking grasp cantrip.
Well,
Oh, yeah, look at them advertising.
So it lets me attack with shocking grasp at close
then-
range,
and then disengage.
back away and fire my guns.
well, there's a
It's on your
shield I
lights,
want to
it's
try and get
already.
at some point. It's a very specific shield in D&D.
Need to register
It's
for
animated, so it will
our
float
badge.
near
Yeah,
you and act as a shield and lets you use a two-handed
like
weapon,
the 9th, I think.
which is
That'd be huge.
Of
that would be
February.
great.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
good to know.
So I don't know how that works.
Giddy?
Like I just have to go around the shops and ask what special shields they have.
Anybody?
I also don't think I have a lot of money.
Okay. All right.
We haven't been to a
let's
lot of
get into
shops.
it.
We haven't been to a lot of places to buy stuff.
We haven't been anywhere to buy anything.
No. Well, we were in
You
the.
really never went.
We were in that place where I was trying
Yeah,
to negotiate with a spider shop, a spider in a shop.
Oh,
We bought some stuff
yes.
for the
Yes.
antimatter cannon.
I'm not sure that was actually canon
Right.
to what was written in the book.
Oh, it's not. No, not at all. Well, you guys
yeah,
were in the night market.
Night market.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah, it was cool.
Because
It was a cool place. Okay, so let's get back into it. We pick up. You have just returned from the fight with the
Oh, the big thing.
what's it called?
Scary.
The hurt a lot.
Hurt a lot.
The hurt a lot.
It hurt a lot.
That hurt a lot. Yes. You have just returned from the astral sea. You have not taken a long rest yet.
Correct.
And Marge is clinging to consciousness. She is stable, but is literally like being held up by Thorum and Gregory. You have returned to the Sanctum of the Wizards 3, and where it was empty before, and you kind of decided to do a little rummaging and pillaging.
Some of us.
Some, yeah, correct. Not all. The Wizards 3 stand before you at the top of the staircase. Tasha and Mordenkainen do not look very happy. Illustrial does seem happy, but as she greets you, it's more of a happy that you guys are alive and returned with the second piece of the Rod of Seven Parts.
Tasha is the daughter of Mistra.
Yeah.
No, Illustrial is the daughter of
Okay,
Mistra.
good, because
Tasha
that'll
is
come
the
up.
daughter of Baba Yaga.
Okay. Ah,
Adopted daughter.
Adopted
Got it.
daughter of Baba Yaga. Baba Lazaga.
who we didn't kill
Correct.
in Barovia or encounter. That's probably that might
And
be good.
Mordenkainen is an archmage, part of the Council of Seven.
Yes.
Council of Seven. So you return to their sanctum. Mordenkainen has his arms crossed, one eyebrow raised, looking quite stern. Tasha is twirling her wand between her fingers. And Illustrial opens her arms and says, Oh, I'm so glad you made it back. I was quite worried.
Kodak steps forward.
Oh god.
You guys have to like stand up now to move your
And
characters.
is like, greetings, friends. We haven't seen you in quite some time. We were concerned. Illustrial, I spoke to your mother.
Oh god.
What did you say?
I said, Illustrial, I spoke with your mother.
You spoke with the great lady Mistra?
I did.
And what do you mean you haven't seen us in a while?
Well, I figured that would be obvious. We did come back from our previous mission, and none of you were here.
We were concerned.
We haven't gone anywhere.
Well,
That's not true.
then
No, and Illustria looks between Tasha and Mordenkainen, and both of them are kind of like shrugging and confused, and then they're like,
We looked
we've been here
everywhere.
we
the
went through
entire
your
time.
things. Well,
It's been 2 days. We haven't seen you. We didn't know what happened.
well, that's strange because last time we were here, we went through your things looking for evidence of where you might have gone.
Mordenkainen
Yeah,
steps forward and he says, "There are things."
Yes. What second? And I reach back and I pull out his journal. I said, we were worried sick. I was trying to figure out where you had gone.
And he instantly casts telekinesis and yanks the journal from you and clasps it in his hand and stuffs it. Make an insight check. You have advantage because of your link to Vecna.
Illustrial, your mother was
I
not
might
very
need my
helpful.
character sheet.
Jesus. I don't think she was very concerned about you.
Oh, what? The Lady Mistra? No, she does not care for the matters of this plane. She only burdens herself with the deep
I'm supposed to be
magic.
13.
Yeah.
Oops.
That's okay. You don't really need to be level 13 for tonight if you didn't level up already.
Oh, I level up.
I figured.
Take a look at what
A nat 20 and a 19.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm +6.
you can tell that Mordenkainen seems worried that you had his journal. Not like not just frustrated, but worried that you scared a little bit that you had his journal.
When I see his like the little micro,
Yes, yeah, that's what you noticed basically.
I say, I honestly didn't have time to even look beyond a quick glance. But I mean, we were extremely concerned that you were not here.
But we were here. And this is Mordecai now speaking to you. We were here the entire time. What do you mean? We were not here.
Thorm's gonna be like, oh, most illustrious, most expeditious, most excellent.
Well-
because he doesn't understand. He's gonna be like, Mistra mentioned that you were in danger.
Yes.
Your mom said we were in danger.
And could you retrieve the...
Yeah, I open up a compartment in my body and pull out the... yeah, as you can see, we have two components of the staff.
And you, with your high insight check, you noticed a flicker of greed cross Mordenkainen's face.
Greed?
Yeah, greed.
Okay.
Envy, as he sees the staff in a slightly more completed state. And Tasha steps forward and she says, "It is impossible. I think we would know if we were somewhere other than the sanctum, and we have been here for months now, trying to stop Vecna's
Well-
machinations."
I could summon a different deity if you want us to verify it.
Let's stay on the deity say.
I am powerful enough. Let me
Who's saying
consult
this?
Tasha.
Oh.
Let me consult the spirits. And you see her eyes like flicker back into her head, and her eyes go like completely white. And she starts speaking in abyssal, and like you see this sort of like green aura envelop her, and her feet sort of lift off the ground for a second. And after a few seconds of this happening, she lowers back to the ground, her eyes flick back, and she looks at Illustrio and Mordenkainen, and she says, we were sent to an alternate dimension.
How could that be? I thought Sigil is what? One Sigil.
Something must have placed us into a dream state, or something happened.
I can speak abyssal.
Yeah.
What did she say? Would I be able to hear? I just forgot.
She was speaking,
Don't mean to put you on the spot there, Mike.
Okay.
she was basically calling out to some of the
Hell yeah.
the spirits from the hells that kind of watch over her, and she essentially asked them where her body's been for the past couple of days, and you didn't hear this, but do you step forward and like say you understood what she said, or no?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I do not.
Okay.
I'll mention. Yeah, I mean, Thorm's is not the brightest dwarf, but yeah. I mean, he's gonna mention again that Mistress said they were in danger wherever they were.
It sounds like our bodies were transported to some sort of nexus plane, while our minds believed that we were here in the sanctum. We did not see you, and you did not see us, because our bodies were somewhere else, but we thought we were here. It would take an incredible amount of power to be able to do something like that to the three of us.
The portal was functioning normally.
I don't
We
first
also found the wine cellar.
and Morgan kind of steps forward and he says, well, that's just a personal collection of mine.
I don't think we took any.
I think Gregory did.
That's nothing to worry about. I like to partake every once in a while.
Oh, I'm not judging.
Oh, okay. Yes, of course, yes. Why would you?
But I thought Sigil was...
Oh, go ahead.
I thought Sigil was singular amongst the realms.
It is, but if someone came here and put a spell upon us that placed us in like a some sort of in-between dimension, a pocket dimension.
I would like to
They would have to physically come into the sanctum to do that, though. You didn't see anybody while you were here, did you?
We searched and searched and did not find
we
anyone
went through all
else.
the rooms.
The first time we came
Except the wine
to
cellar.
this place, wasn't there a servant? There's a servant there. There's a person. It was
Wasn't a
not.
servant.
No.
No.
There was a person here. I
It was
remember.
Illustrial's wife.
Oh.
Oh shit!
He was the one who addressed us in the combat room.
Yes.
I didn't forget about.
I did back when Miss this guy
Mordenkainen?
Mordenkainen, when he responded to the wine cellar, did I detect like he was hiding something?
No. No, just that he's kind of like a drunk.
Okay. So I was going to investigate that to see if maybe, because we didn't really go into the wine cellar. We found it. We talked about it, but I don't think Gregory went
I
down.
thought he got wine.
I don't know.
Gregory did.
Yeah, Gregory
went down.
did he?
and took
Okay.
some
Because he was really wounded and he wanted to booze. So Illustria's wife is the only other person.
Forgot about that.
Is Milena.
I'm gonna try and like whisper to Ark and be like, should we mention his wife or the fact that
Her wife.
her wife? I get them mixed
That
up.
was
The different
That
wizard.
was in the, except for the beginning.
The only other person in
Yeah, but we didn't find anyone since the last time we were here. I mean, we searched and searched.
there. Well, would they need to be here to cast a spell on the people that disappeared?
We went through the closets. We
Well,
checked
and we
under
did.
the
Well, we also
rugs.
did find a door to the outside.
But
Is
the
it-
fact remains, there was one other person here.
Is it boring being inside a building for months on end?
Yes. Horribly.
I would imagine.
However,
think the only-
we've been busy at
That's
work
the
trying to
only
figure out
suspect.
how to reverse
as well.
Vecna's powerful spells.
How is that going?
Otherwise,
by
so
the
like,
way?
Not well,
It's able
thank
to
you. It would
word
go
it.
better if you could hurry up and retrieve the Rod of 7 parts.
I mean, I have two.
Of 7?
well, there is another issue. We are finding that the missions are difficult. In fact,
Of course they are.
a
You
bit-
didn't think...
a bit more difficult than we had expected.
I can see that looking at your party, and they gesture to Marge, who's
Bleeding
like
all over me.
semi-conscious, like hanging onto Thorum. She has a family, doesn't she?
Yes, in one of the many realms of Ravenloft, but we have. I think we are going to send her back so that. Let's just say, the two adventures have been taxing on her.
I understand. Illustrial, talking to you now. I think it would be best if you did not have a party that was so attached to family and things of this world. This is a dangerous mission.
Extremely.
It is quite literally stopping the end of all worlds. And maybe it is not the place for a gnome with a husband and kids at home. I would encourage you, and she speaks to Marge and Gregory, well, Marge specifically, to return to your family. And Mordenkainen steps down the stairs over to Gregory, and he says to him, I have a spell that I can teach you. You can take her back. We appreciate your service in this matter. And he hands Gregory a leaflet that details how to perform the teleportation spell. Gregory.
Circle. It'll be teleportation
Yeah.
circle.
And he and Gregory says to the rest of you, I will take Marge back to Barovia. I have matters to attend to there anyway. I will return to you as soon as I can.
And I go over and on the piece of paper, I scribe the runes to connect to the death house in Raven.
Okay.
Where I put the other.
Where you have a circle?
Yeah.
Okay. So he can locate it and go
He
from
could go
that house.
directly there.
Okay.
Should I zip them out of the
Yeah, you can
Okay.
pull Gregory and Marge out of there.
Gregory?
Mm-hmm.
It's Marge.
Yep.
And
Farewell, friends. Marge, it has been a pleasure fighting by your side and help trying to stop the bleeding.
you know,
Hang tight, Marge.
it was quite nice to play with y'all, to go on quite an adventure. I haven't seen action like that in a long time. You know, I gotta get back to BB and the kids though. I'm sure they miss me. She like coughs up a clot of blood.
Should we try to heal her, perhaps?
There's if I know Theron, he will be more than helpful once she crosses
I
over.
hear many wonderful things about it.
Yeah, but he was a drunk.
I had not heard that part before. Fascinating.
This is new news.
Yeah, of all the stories.
What an upstanding sounding player. He's also a drunk. And Tasha steps
I think
forward.
they call it functioning alcohol.
There's a more polite term for it, actually.
Tasha steps forward to the three of you and she says, I suggest that you find rest in the sanctum. You, other than...
Codex plops down on this chair.
Perfect. Other than
Foot kicks his feet up. Very
Mordenkainen's
literally.
journal, which he seems to have a strong attachment to, it is fine that you keep anything else that you found. We are happy to lend our services to you, as you have to us.
And
So you can keep the Chimes of Exile.
That's
where
Gregory's,
it's-
right?
Yeah.
Yes. I will mention that Gregory had found the chimes of exile.
Illustrial waves it off. She says that is
Beyond that, we did not take anything else.
okay. If you require anything, please next time, just feel free to ask. I know we weren't. You say we weren't here, and we feel like we were, but if you require spell components, research, we have the library.
Okay.
Oh, we've got that figured out.
But yes, please rest in the quarters upstairs. We might have a lead on someone that could assist you in Marge's place.
You know, I do think it would be worth finishing my components. You wouldn't happen to have... I know this might seem strange coming from Warforged, but I am looking for some controlled hellfire.
And both Mordenkainen and Illustrial immediately turn and look at Tasha and look at her, and she says, I didn't bring any back with me on my last trip from the Hells. No, you would have to venture into Avernus to find controlled hellfire.
Oh, I see.
It's not an easy place to get into and out of.
That was going to be my question.
I wouldn't recommend it. I would stay focused on the task at hand, rather than venturing into the Hells where you may be swept up by any number of archdemons, and may never return.
Yes, that would be problematic.
To say the least.
My concern is if we were to return back to this sanctum after our next mission, and you three have been shunted to another pocket dimension, How do we get out of this place? I mean, I know of a using teleportation circle, but that only gets me to certain places.
That
Yes,
is
certain routes.
difficult.
Is there a way you can, now that you know that this has happened to you, are you able to block it from happening again?
Mordenkainen says, I will set up protective wards all over this sanctum. This will not be allowed to happen again. On the off chance that they...
isn't it?
I just
Are you saying this from the recliner chair?
Yeah.
Are you actually saying it?
With your feet kicked up in there.
Let's give
I
me
just shook my
a
head.
wisdom saving throw
Sure.
with disadvantage, please.
Okay. Okay, I rolled the same twice, so 15, and then I'm going to add my +4.
You don't get a chance
Okay.
against
15.
against Mordenkainen. That fails. It would have failed anyway.
Okay.
DC was 20. He polymorphs you into a rabbit. And you just hop around the sanctum as a rabbit. for the time being.
I rub my temple. Sir,
Yes.
Am I a metal rabbit?
Nope.
Okay.
please understand that our companion is quite literal.
Oh, I understand it.
Literal.
Perhaps
like-
he will learn from his
No,
literality.
I don't honestly think he will. I think
Well, maybe he should stay a rabbit for a bit longer then.
I'm not sure that's going to be a lesson at all.
I think you should take the rabbit. I think you should take the rabbit with you on your next mission.
I don't think that would work too well since the rabbit has the piece inside it.
Oh, we can fix that too.
No, don't
Codex
rip it,
hops
don't
over
rip
to
it apart.
Thorum and jumps up on your shoulder.
I'm gonna start petting Codex and see my rations if I have any.
When you leave this place, I will end the spell.
Most appreciated, but please understand. He is very literal. If he had shoes, they would be in his mouth.
For a
Very good.
non-alcoholic IPA.
How badly does he need to rest before we send you to find your new companion?
Me or him?
No, him.
I don't know.
I look at
Give me a history check.
I'm gonna-
to see if you can remember how badly damaged Codex is, because that'll depend on whether Mordenkainen turns him back into.
That's because that's tough. I already leveled up and gave myself full health
Oh, you rested already.
because we leveled up, so I figured.
I did not do
I got a 12.
I had a 15.
That's all right.
In the world.
I actually don't know. I was damaged.
Would I
You were a little damaged.
would I
remember
heal
that.
if I level up or no?
No,
Oh.
not necessarily.
Well, we're about to take a long rest, but yeah. So
Usually there's a little bit more of like a narrative of like how you level up sometimes. Like somebody teaches you something new
okay.
or
gotcha.
like Codex was gonna level up by going to the next area and interacting with the people there, but it's not super important. But no, you guys haven't technically taken a long rest yet.
Right.
Okay.
So, is there a way to go into Sigil from here? Are we in Sigil or are
Yes.
we near Sigil?
You are in Sigil. Yes. The sanctum is in the realm of Sigil. Like you can technically tune the portal to become like a front door. Yeah, the
I could drop my health down to 90 if you want. But since I have that staff of healing, like
yeah, the portal here
Uh-huh.
can also be tuned to just become a front door to lead into Sigil. But teleportation in Sigil doesn't really work either. You would have to find
A door.
a door. And Illustrial steps forward and taps Mordenkainen on the shoulder. And he loves his jokes. And his wine.
Understand.
We have rumors of a new companion. It's a complicated situation. I don't personally agree with the ethics of it. Tasha and Mordenkainen are a little bit more lenient when it comes to the ends justifying the means. Your quarry, she's being held prisoner. Far in the north in Faerun.
Favorite. Okay.
Yes. We can send you there. We cannot glean much information other than that she is being held at a very large prison in the north of Faerun.
Rabbit pellets start to drop down behind Thorin's back. It's a rabbit.
It's a rabbit. Great.
Let's there it is.
You could ask.
Well, I don't want to officially ask. I want to.
You can make a history check.
Yeah.
Codex hops off you and hops over underneath the coffee table.
Under the coffee table.
15.
Represent.
Okay. In the ice. Is it Icefield?
Icewind Dale.
Ice. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Revel's End is
Icewind Dale.
Yes.
just off the coast of the Sea of Moving Ice.
We did
Yes,
that
you
campaign
don't-
for
you-
about 5 sessions.
You never made it there, though.
No.
Did everybody die?
No.
No,
Fizzled
the
out.
campaign just fell
No.
apart.
Yeah, it was a campaign with
Yeah,
very little
you
interaction.
remember a name that you pull out of your memory, Revel's End.
So, this might be a terrible idea, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna beseech Mistra to speak with her, or not Mistra, Tasha to speak with her privately, away from the other two.
Um,
Wow.
Give me a persuasion check.
-1 charisma, let's go.
While he's doing it, does Codex have his intelligence or I'm a rabbit?
Smart, yeah.
All right.
I have
Yeah.
+4 to persuasion. What? All right.
you probably.
Fuck. Negative. Nat 1, baby.
She just looks at you and gives you like the look of like the hot cheerleader that's like,
No.
no, it's
No.
not gonna happen, man. And Illustrial says, I can arrange for transportation for you to
That would be very
Icewind Dale. And she basically gives you instructions on like where to go through Sigil to find a doorway to the Icewind Dale.
okay.
Mordenkainen
Well-
does not currently seem inclined to undo his polymorph spell on Codex, though.
I'll leave more rabbit pellets under the coffee table. I'm a rabbit. I don't have the intelligence to know that's a bad idea.
Tasha just waves her wand and instantly casts prestidigitation, and they just disappear. It's such a minor inconvenience
Right.
for them. They just magic your rabbit pellets away.
It's very interesting to ask Codex what being a rabbit was like.
I know, right? All I'm going to start off with when I see Caleb is I'm going to tell him Codex got the polymorph.
Yeah.
Yeah, the furthest that I know how to get to and to teleport to is definitely to.
Yeah. which is pretty far south from Icewind Dale.
Yeah, I think Lux is above Neverwinter.
Mordenkainen
I
says
can't get
to the two of you, he says, "My spell will end when you walk through the portal to Neverwinter, or to Icewind Dale. Let it be sufficient punishment for his candor."
Where do you have a map of where the door is? It's civil.
Oh yes, Illustrial. She gives you directions on where to go to reach the door to Icewind Dale. So you, the two of you, with your rabbit,
Yep.
make your way through Sigil, and see the sights of this very strange, like, Nexus portal town. You see every race, every species imaginable. There are beholders kind of like just floating through the streets, going about their business. Illithids, like, Sigil is a very racially inclusive town, very, like, almost futuristic. Like, it's in its own sort of plane, basically. It is like the in-between to all of these doors to different dimensions, different realms. And as you follow Illustrial,
If you look up, you'll see Spelljammer ships.
yes,
Cool.
yeah, there's like
Now,
floating ships in the sky.
You're describing us leaving, but we also didn't have the long rest.
Correct. Let's retcon that. Let's say they allow you to take the long rest, except for you, but you already
Okay.
did anyway. But you're not allowed to long rest.
Okay.
Oh, I am 13. Plus 2 is 13.
That's correct.
I mean, I can long rest as a rat.
You multi-class.
It's true, you'd be at full health as a rabbit. I think rabbits have like 3 health or something like that.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I could get stepped on and die.
You would actually just revert back to your normal form.
My Eldritch Blast.
Children stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, by the
I-
way, Arkin, give me an Arcana check.
19.
You do know that knocking Codex unconscious while in rabbit form will just revert him to
Okay.
his normal Warforged form. So.
Yeah, but I wasn't about to do anything in front of one.
Sure, yes, of course. But like as you're walking through Sigil, literally you could just stomp him. You could literally just stomp the rabbit for like 4 points of damage, and he would revert back to.
So you're saying we did have
Or you could magic missile him.
We
or
did have a long
blast him.
rest.
Yes, you have a long
Did
rest.
we? Are there shops in Sigil?
Yes, there are.
There are.
Is this not the time? I mean, you tell me, because if this is
It would
the-
not. Let's put it this way: you're already against the clock.
so it
with-
would not behoove us to stop the shop.
Right. You're already against the clock with Vecna and what he's planning. You're already taking time away from searching for the Rod of Seven Parts to go find another party
So
member.
it'd be better to just go straight to the.
It would be
Yeah.
better because they also already said that they're willing to supply you with basic supplies at the Sanctum. That would include like basic health potions, spell components,
Okay, gotcha.
things like that. Now, obviously, it's not anything over the top that you might be searching for. Like if you're searching for like a magically imbued hand axe that returns to you after you throw it, you'd have to go and find that somewhere.
Gotcha.
Which is a possibility that you could find somewhere. But now might not be the time when you're down
To the minute. Yeah.
party members and you're like against the
Yeah, there's
clock.
only 3 of us. Well, 2 of us in a rapid, but 3 of us
I will.
in spirit.
I will. I
Daryl
could make
will
that.
say.
I could make that weapon for you, but it would cost me one of my infusions, so it takes away from my abilities to do that for you. because I'm using all my infusions right now.
What I'm gonna be looking for.
But if we can figure out a way to like, if there's something you have that we could trade for, I'm just saying that. Like,
Yeah,
that is-
what I'm looking for later when we have the time
Yeah.
is I'm looking for that animated shield because that would let me use my.
I don't think I can do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for that later to see if anybody has.
Are you
it.
gonna Eldritch Blast the rabbit as you're walking through Sigil?
Am I? Are you carrying me?
Yes.
Yeah, they have you by like your scruff.
Okay, I
Shitting all over the street.
I wiggle and bite you.
You can try. Just make a D20 straight up attack roll.
Okay.
Who's holding him?
That's a good question. I guess he's trying to bite
Thor?
me.
All right.
Can you
You're
beat
trying to bite through it.
23 AC.
Yeah, bite through his 23. You couldn't hit him. It wouldn't be possible. If you rolled a nat 20, it would be
Shit on
lower
the
than his AC.
I shit on the ground.
Yep. You
And then
just
you-
like squeaking and complaining the whole way through Sigil. So anyway, eventually you make your way across Sigil.
Right.
You find this building has like pillars that look like pillars of ice kind of erected in front of it. And as you step through, you instantly feel the temperature begin to drop. You do realize very quickly as you're walking across this building and you see the blue. Oh, wait, you see me?
I wondered if you knew that was there.
You see the blue
Hey, old portal. We got portal.
at the end of the building, and this icy wind is just blasting out from this portal. Thorum and Arkin, you start to feel this like chill in your bones and realize, yeah, go for it, that you do not have cold weather clothing. There is a vendor like right next to the portal, and as you look at this vendor, you realize it is this sort of Carcharodon shark person.
What shark person?
Shark person.
How fucking
They have like slits for nostrils.
You know Jeff the Shark
Yeah.
from Marvel?
Yes.
They have like
Jeff the
slits
Shark?
for nostrils and like sharpened like shark teeth and black eyes, and you can see like gills on the side of their neck. But they're also in this like fur parka, and you see on the table in front of them they have lots of different cold weather gear.
I'm gonna turn to Arkin and go, does Codex get
Is that your rabbit?
Yeah, that's my rabbit.
Yeah.
No, Codex doesn't get cold. That's a good.
I'm not going to tell you one way or the other.
He's a.
Yeah.
I can't.
He literally
You
can.
want to stomp him and ask him yourself.
Oh, we should. We might want to ask him.
All right, so Thorum's just gonna.
Just slam the rabbit against the ground. Just
Thorum's just gonna.
and the shop owner is just watching you, like very
Hold on a second.
curiously.
1 second, and then just crush the rabbit.
Oh my god!
You literally just crush the rabbit in your
I have a
hands.
+5
And, like,
strength. I just-
Blood just oozes out from your gauntlet onto the ground.
So you're
and you
holding me
hear-
by the neck and snap.
Yeah, you just hear one little squeal, and then all of a sudden the rabbit just poofs back
Into
into
Codex.
Codex.
Are you still gripping my neck? And now
No, I'm
No,
too
no.
short.
I'm
I'm
too
too
short.
short.
No, but I could as I
yeah.
transformed, you could like get.
So
lifted
I'm
off
what?
the
I'm
ground.
like 2 feet off the ground holding.
And you are aware of what happened while you were polymorphed.
Okay.
Codex, you shit all over the place, buddy.
That was a fascinating experience.
Let's not try that again. We'll have to have a talk before you speak in front of Mordecai.
Do you think he could turn me into other things?
Absolutely.
Probably worse than.
And I'm
than
sure
rabbit.
if you ask, he would be more than glad to do that.
As a scientific experiment, I might
No.
want to ask him to.
No,
That's a.
no.
Fascinating.
Fascinating, yes.
I shit.
Good
a lot
idea,
as
yeah.
a rabbit.
It's just a trail of shit down there.
It was I've never defecated before. It was amazing.
The shop owner is just watching this whole conversation and just kind of like nodding his head and is like,
Did you find defecating as enjoyable as I did as a rabbit?
Let's return to the shop. You're like, all right.
I look at Codex. Let's have this conversation elsewhere.
Okay.
Public is maybe not the proper place.
Okay.
Just make a note of it and bring it up later.
Noted.
Okay.
What's the plan?
The plan is, we were going to ask you is, if you get cold in frigid temperatures.
I do not have a resistance to cold, though I also have not encountered a freezing environment before.
I turn to the vendor. Sir, do you understand common?
yeah, of course I do.
The fluids in my...
His servers wouldn't do too well out there, I can
That is
tell you.
correct.
How cold is Icewind Dale?
Oh, well, I mean, we don't really have a measurement scale. I've heard of things like Fahrenheit and Celsius.
Oh, I can explain the difference if you like.
Yeah, something like 9/5 plus or minus 30 and something or other. It's cold. Let's put it this way. Yeah, lighting a fire sucks. Catching your food sucks. Pretty much everything sucks.
Does he have like a display of all of his stuff, or is it all just like?
It's just laying out on the table in like different sizes.
Does he have like a Soviet-style hat?
Oh,
Because
yeah,
that is exactly what Thor.
Yes, absolutely. Like
Sir,
Yes, he's going for the
flap,
flaps.
fur, like
if
seal.
if
or
we
like,
could
yes.
find clothing that would protect us in that environment, that would be most appreciated.
You look like probably large. Yeah. Well, here you go. And he hands you a set of cold weather clothing. He looks at you. And
Do you have a sweater?
A knit sweater.
just the thing.
Like an Irish knit, like that.
Like a wool
Like
sweater.
a wool sweater. Oh.
He pulls a pair of like breeches and a sweater made of like whale leather, and hands them to you. And he looks at you. You need a hat.
Yes, comrade.
Got you. And he like grabs a children's coat.
Oh, fuck.
And a full size hat and hands them to you.
Is it like the Soviet stuff? I need the Soviet stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think I'm gonna.
It even has a star right in the front.
Oh hell yeah! All right. Well, I know where Thorm's character's going. He's becoming a full-fledged communist. Yeah. Thorm, as Thorm puts the hat on, through the ether, he hears the Soviet national anthem. He's like, oh man, this is. Do you own this business? Do you own the means of production?
The right, the means of production.
Sure.
The workers.
That's what Thorm's.
The Labor Party.
Yeah, he's getting it through the ether
It
here.
does remind me of Eberron in some ways.
Yeah.
He looks at the three of you now with your winter gear and he says, I think 5 gold off of each you ought to do.
I plus 15. But you appreciate it.
Anything? Oh, well. You guys all thank your friend here.
Much appreciated, Arkin. Thank you.
So you're wearing
Thank you for snapping my neck.
Thank you,
So you're wearing basically like skin tight whale leather breeches and shirt that literally just like hug you and both like a diving suit.
Oh, great.
Like you're wearing like a diving suit. Basically.
So
That's a
He's wearing
Great
like
coat.
a trench coat. He's wearing like a kid's trench coat and
We don't-
like, Russian style.
We did not know what else.
We didn't ask who it was. No, we didn't.
Okay.
Also, we don't know. I mean, I was going to ask Arkin anyway about the fact that there was a suspect
how about a balclava? A balclava
in Sigil.
for my-
Somebody cursed the 3 most powerful
Okay.
wizards in.
And he tosses
in
you a
realms.
letter.
And
Well,
we don't know who it is.
I'm sure it has to do with Vecna. Let's not talk about that right here. If I could just hold on before we go through the portal, and
All right.
just want to.
An elephant head face mask.
Okay.
Balclava.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I take out a little
the
piece of,
mask pull out.
wire.
Like a Chechen
So you
rebel.
just see my eye.
Okay.
Yeah, I see my eyes.
With it, you'd have an
I
RPG.
sort of turned back
You literally
the
are
direction
like
that
a- oh,
we
man.
came from,
Okay.
and
I'm making Thorum a socialist.
It's probably more powerful than an
I
RPG.
whisper
It's
into
canon, yeah.
the wire, Illustrial.
Are you casting message?
I'm actually casting send.
Sending.
Yeah. One thing that we didn't ask is, who is this person we're looking for? What is her name? And what does she look like? What?
She is prisoner. Prisoner 13. We do not know her name.
Ooh, the chinga.
You are looking for a female Shadark in the prison. That is all we know at this time. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
How do we know that we can trust this prisoner 13?
We don't. But if we are being sent by the three, it's good enough for me.
They. Very well.
And
It just leaves a lot of.
let me remind you, they also said, well, Illustrial said that she disagreed with the morals of rescuing this prisoner, but that Mordenkainen and Tasha convinced her that the ends justify the means in this case.
This is going to be interesting.
I asked the shopkeeper.
Mm-hmm.
I pull out another 5 gold. Could you provide me with another one of these? And I point to what gave me the gloves, the smart, the coat, boots,
Yeah, of course, yes.
and I had another.
And he
actually-
actually like a generic, like large
Yeah, another 5 gold.
set of cold weather gear.
As this is happening, Thorum's realizing that the value of these coats must come from the labor that it takes to produce them. Therefore, all value must come from labor. So Thorum's slowly, building up. It's clicking. It's like, oh my god.
And you notice a sign at the very front of the table that says handmade by Dorum.
I'm gonna. Yeah. How much is Thorum
Comrade
getting
Thorum?
paid?
Comrade.
Is Thorum getting paid 5 gold for these coats?
Well, you can ask.
I'm asking. Yeah.
Well, I am Dorum.
Oh, so you own the means of your labor?
Yes, I go through the portal. I hunt in the dale. I bring my goods back. I tan. I cure. I make coat for you. And now it's all of a sudden he's talking in a Russian
I
accent.
know. Yeah. I was like, Thorum's
I
like,
make
this is great.
a high quality coat for you, my comrades.
Yes. All right.
Da.
Yes. So
Yes.
I everything you pay, you feed me and my family.
Truly a worker's paradise.
Yes. Yes. It
is
good.
adequate.
Farewell,
It is
comrade.
good. Farewell. Good hunting to you. May you find what you seek in the dale. It is cold and blustery. Do not listen to the ice spirit.
Oh shit! All right.
Arl, she will deceive you if you listen to her. Do not pay attention.
Now I
If
remember
you
why
see
I know.
flying metal dragon in sky, you hide under snow immediately. Do not fight flying metal dragon in sky.
Flying Metal Dragons.
Yes, flying
That seems
dragons.
ominous.
Yes, do not fight it. I promise you, you just stick to the trail, you go to 10 towns, you get what you need.
Are you
and
sure? Are you sure it's still 10 towns? Not like 2 towns or like
well,
1 town?
that depends on dragon. Last time I was there, it was more like 7 towns.
Well, Thorum's never been up north before because he's from.
I have seen walrus people. They're big, strong. If you need help, you find walrus person. They can.
Oh my god, this works so well. I become a socialist the same time I level to a barbarian who's full of rage. This is gonna be great. I'm gonna be so fucking angry. Like, oh man, this is gonna be great.
What do you speak in?
We actually
Dale.
we actually need to go to Rebel's End. Revel's End.
Go. Why do you need to go to the prison?
Consultation.
Yes, consultation with one of the prisoners.
Oh,
Is this?
I do not recommend. The prison is bleak.
That's what I've heard. How far away is it from the port?
Well, I get you onto. Well, I don't get you. To the powers that be get you. The proletariat. The bourgeois. They get you.
Owners.
The owners of the means of
What
production.
polity controls Revel's End?
Well,
What kingdom? What
last I
empire?
heard, the controlling factor of Revel's End, they
The roar's name is
they
Red.
were dominated by the Lord's Alliance. Last I knew.
Alliance.
Yes,
Okay.
the lords of the major cities. Neverwinter.
Yes, Baldur's Gate,
Baldur's Gate.
Miramar, Neverwinter, Silver.
So it's like a confederation of
Waterdeep,
that control
Darkstar.
this prison.
yes,
And
basically,
this prison is the bad of the bad.
yeah. This prison is like where they send the worst people in
This
all
is like
of favor.
Arkham Asylum.
It's like
Room.
kind of like Arkham
Yes.
Asylum.
Yes.
Asylum.
Okay.
So you saw the D&D movie,
I
right?
did. Is that where they were?
That's where they.
Yes,
That's
when they go
Rebels.
to when they
That's
go
Rebels
to
Oh.
Icewind Dale and break out.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes,
And they
that's,
try and get Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Yes, yes, yeah. That's it.
That's Rebels End.
Yes.
Is this going to be a jailbreak?
Maybe a bribe rather than a jailbreak.
we're really gonna have to work on it.
Doran is just watching you guys have this conversation. Fascinating.
It's a it's a consultation.
They must have done something. It must have been falsely accused.
Must have been
I can
falsely
tell.
accused.
You are very good people. You will
So,
not go to-
back to the question.
Yes.
How far away and where is the portal
Ugh.
in reference to Revel's End?
This portal takes you to the eastern edge of the road that takes you to 10 towns.
Okay.
Now, the western edge of the road that takes you to 10 towns. Now, if you take the road northeast, I believe it will take you to the prison, but I must tell you, I do not recommend going to prison. I've been to prison once or twice, not a good place to be.
What were you in for?
This is a very personal question.
That's how I get to
I
know.
was falsely accused of theft. They said I killed animals that did not belong to me. I say public animals and public animals,
Mm-hmm.
and the people deserve to get whatever they need to survive.
Dorm's doing the Christian hands motion like
I must say, I
yes,
disagree with
man.
the principle of ownership in the first place. The means of production must be owned by the workers.
I'm like etching a hammer on
see. So you killed someone's animals.
Well, debatable. They say yes, I say no. They were right, I was wrong. But that has to do with money.
Oh, of
and
course.
only money and power. Because if it was just two people out in the world,
In many
they would
ways.
be public animals.
In many ways, money is just an artificial construct of the bartering system.
No, I have a hack for you, my friend. And another hack with
Another-
a star on it.
From now on.
Now I have a face mask.
Yep.
We look like we're about to go invade Georgia.
Basically are.
Oh, great.
You're about to go invade a
Ukraine,
maximum
yeah, we're
security
about to-
prison.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to have a conversation with you guys when he's not around,
Oh.
because I do understand that.
My friends, I understand you must be on your way. I will tend to my wares. Thank you for your gold.
Farewell,
My
comrade.
family will be fed for the next
I
7
truly
months.
appreciate the clothing. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And he turns and starts
to
like
see you soon.
organizing. Oh, well, yes, please.
I am starting to pick up that there are certain things I should talk to you about privately and not in front of other people.
We should come up with
That's
this. We should
quite
come
true.
up with a sign or like a hand signal.
He gives me many hand signals and gestures.
That is true. I do.
Should we settle on one? So that
Probably a
What
good
would be
idea.
a
Usually
good one?
pointing
Why
and
don't you
hands.
just-
He does a lot of this, and I'm starting to understand that this means stop. Is now a good time?
Now is well. Yes, now would be a good time.
Great.
Because as soon as we step through, we might be blasted by Arctic winds.
Correct. So I do have the ability. Right now, we have the rod infused with healing potions. And granted that our party is 2 people down, that might be the best approach to keep it. However, I could change up the infusion to invisibility, which would give us all the ability to turn invisible if needed.
I think that would be a very fortuitous spell to.
Yes.
Do both of you have healing potions on hand? Because I will not be able to.
Yes, I have yet to use my.
I have a yeah.
Okay. In that case, we will have 8 invisibility charges.
Okay.
Change that up.
I gotta change. It wasn't. I used my superior.
And the portal is probably like 50 feet away from Doran's, bless you, from Doran's shop. So like you have distance. Like if you're standing in front of the portal, and it honestly does not look like many people are wandering into this building to travel back and forth to Icewind Dale. It is not a popular place.
Yeah.
Okay, let me change this.
So you're taking a moment to adjust your spells. That
Yeah,
you
because I can basically do it every long rest.
Yeah,
I
your
can just
arcane
replace it.
Focus.
But man, it's been so long since I've done this.
okay.
If I can't figure it out, I mean, we just know it's how the invisibility spell works.
True.
Is it cool that I'll just leave it alone?
Yeah.
And mess with
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Just mess with it
Because
later.
after this, I'll probably turn it back to cure wounds again. Okay, but it's 8 charges. In the rod, I think a person has to be holding it. That I will check. Spell story. Okay, here's where I can change it.
Also, I know that I'm hoping that this is common sense, but the artifact that you carry now should not be taken out in normal public.
That does make sense.
Okay,
It is highly coveted, correct? I saw the way.
highly coveted and highly controversial.
I was gonna say, highly coveted only by people who would know what it is, and if you encounter people who know what it is, they are dangerous people.
I did see the way Mordecai looked at it.
Yeah, you guys are in private now to have a private
It is.
Are we concerned about that?
No, I am not. He is known to gather items,
Oh, that's cool.
but I trust that his sense of purpose is, especially since it's Vecna that we are facing, is solid.
Who's the most powerful of the 3? That's the one I'm asking.
Illustrial is the most powerful of the 3 right now.
Okay.
Mordecai's powerful, but the fact that Illustrial can tap into power that is near godlike. Now, in the future, Tasha.
Illustrial is basically like the premier archmage of the city of Silvery Moon.
Where is that located in Faroon? Is that
That's
I'm not sure.
that's
Eastern?
yeah, that's Eastern. Where what's that city called?
With all the red priests, scary
No,
people?
not the Red Priest. It's like like all the lost magic and all that.
I'm not familiar with that.
So the rod, the spell storing rod, invisibility is a touch spell. So I can't cast it on you guys. I have to cast it on myself and hand it off to each of you guys.
Okay.
Okay, just so it's like.
Use a spell slot from the rod yourselves.
But it had 8 of them, so there's only 3 of us. So we can use it 8 times before a long rest, and then it recharges.
Well, you have to specifically recharge it, I believe.
Yeah. Until you use the feature again to store a spell, and so every long rest I can recharge it.
Right, but you have to specifically do it. Like, if you take a long rest and don't recharge it, it's basically a long rest wasted.
Right.
Also, how much rope do you have?
I have 50 feet of rope.
Okay, good.
Rope.
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 Rope?
Probably
A lot.
50 feet.
Okay. That's 150 altogether. Okay. Good. Please remember that one of my abilities is being able to spider climb.
Oh, sick. That's cool.
I did take it upon myself to also add a new infusion that might come in handy. My light starts to emanate from my feet, and I begin to take off the ground.
Levitate?
Oh God! Winged boots.
Wing boots?
Yeah. That's a new infusion.
Can you carry me? I wonder if am I too heavy? I'm
We are
I'm
carrying a
108
lot.
pounds.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
no,
I think.
No.
I mean, I would
If
be in.
it acts,
You know what? I probably could, but then I would have reduced movement. So I think
if it acts like boots of, I think by like the wing boots you can't carry.
Okay.
You would be able to carry large, but that
But not Thorn. Not a fully
Okay.
dwarfed up. So I got rope, you have spider climb, and you can fly.
And then I sat back down on the ground.
um
Like I did only lift it off the ground like a foot to demonstrate the ability, and then I sat back down.
are we ready?
So what's the plan going in?
Roger, Roger.
Plan is
Are we going in
headed to Revel's End.
once we get there? Are we going to try and deceive them into letting the prisoner go? I'd rather not.
Don't
Thorn would rather not kill most of the guards. And,
No, that would be bad, especially since
I agree that
You
we
and
don't
I
want
live
to
in Faerun.
Faerun,
Yeah.
yes.
I do understand that there are a lot of people in this prison that we would not want to get out, and killing too many guards would definitely render the prison inoperable.
Causing a prison riot would be relatively bad. Very bad.
Unless they're political prisoners.
Could you polymorph the prison?
In which case, maybe we understand the
Right.
problem here. Yeah.
But I can get to her and get her out. But my teleportation abilities will allow me to do so.
We can disable guards.
Yes, but let's just try to do a straight prison break. Now, we'll probably need to find out where the prisoner is, so we will probably need to go in.
Well, this is a great time to have a -1 on deception. Jesus. All right.
That's
Are you guys
never been
making
my
your way
problem.
through the
Yeah.
portal to Icewind Dale?
We will walk through.
Okay. As you step through the frigid blue portal to Icewind Dale,
I have a -1 on deception, which seems very appropriate for the way
Yes,
I play my
correct.
character.
that's absolutely correct. As you make your way through the portal, space sort of contracts around you and then reemerges. You find yourselves on a bleak landscape. You're on the coast, southwest of Revel's End, at the very edge of the sea of moving ice. You notice that there is a port nearby where they have several icebreaker ships docked. And as you look around, you see that there's like a sort of snow-blind pathway heading east, a snow-blind pathway heading northeast, and then the ports in front of you.
So we see it.
Revel's End?
Yeah.
No, you are
Oh,
quite a
okay.
ways from Revel's End.
Okay. Okay.
You can see the moving ice, the sea of moving ice near
Got it.
you. You can see the pathway heading in the direction that you know is where Revel's End is, and you see a pathway heading east towards 10 Towns.
Got it. Okay.
But you are on the coast of Icewind Dale at the Sea of Moving Ice. Basically at like a port town. And it's up to you. Do you guys want to venture through the snow or take a ship to the prison? It's basically whether you want to adventure through like, so let me spin it for you this way. You essentially teleport into a town, like a very small town that has like sort of like fur or like hide covered huts and log cabins. Everything is very bleak, and as you look down the pathway that you know heads towards Revel's End, you can only see about 100 feet in front of you before the snow drifts literally just blast out the trail.
I think a ship would be a better option than
Right. There's a the port which will allow you to like hire a ship's crew.
Yeah. Looking, you know, towards where we need to head. It's almost as if we would need like dog sleds to get to the.
and a lot more time than we probably have.
Yes, I would say you are correct. Let's see if we can book passage up to Revel's End.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Okay.
So we'll go
So
to
you
the
want to
ship.
take your passage
Yep.
by ship.
We'll
okay.
go to the ship.
So you make your way over to the port. You meet with the like the harbor master, and let him know that you would like to arrange for transport to Revel. Do you tell him you want to go to Revel's End? I mean, it would be beneficial to tell a captain like where you want to go.
There isn't anything else up there that we know of, right?
Not really, no.
That we'll say that we're going
Okay.
up to Revel's End. We need to speak with the port.
Should we tell him to wait for us? Like once he drops us off, should we perhaps?
I don't think we have that option.
Perhaps if they
Right.
ask questions, we could say that we are going to be new guards.
Now, did you say that in front of the guy?
No, I just said that to you guys
Okay.
privately.
I actually was thinking maybe we should simply say we need to speak with the parole.
Very good.
That way we don't have to present documents for guards or whatever.
You're rather fancy looking.
Yeah, I don't know if I can pull off guard.
Okay.
He could.
I'm
You
not
might.
sure. I'm not sure you could. You don't really carry the weapons that would say guard.
So as you mentioned to the dockmaster that you're going to speak with the parole board, he just nods and whistles over to one of the ship's captains, and the ship's captain comes over to you and he says, "It's a human, and in Icewind Dale, almost everybody is human. It is not a very diverse area. It's human in like a big parka." He says, "I understand you mean to go up to the prison. Will this be a return trip or a one way?
No, this would be a return trip where we just need to speak to the parole board.
And about how long do you plan on staying there? Is this a one day trip or is it an overnight?"
It should only be a 1 day. I hope it is not overnight. That would just.
Let's say, and he starts like counting out his fingers. He says, "All right, trip up to Revel's End, 1 day. If we come back, how about this? I'll do you 50 gold if it happens to be one day. If you need to spend the night, send a messenger down to me, and we'll make it 75 gold.
Certainly.
I'll take half now, and half when I bring you back.
Is that per or is that?
No, total.
Okay. I reach into my pouch and start counting out the
25.
25.
All right. And he takes the 25 gold from you. He says, be ready. Do you want to leave pretty much now?
I think we're ready.
So
All right. Let me give
About how long is the trip?
Oh, it should only be about 3 or 4 hours by sea.
Okay.
I'll get the crew ready. We'll make way.
And how long? Once we get there, how long do you wait?
Well, do you have means? You look like a fancy lad. Do you have means of sending me a message if
Yes.
necessary?
If necessary.
All right.
And what was your name?
My name is Kendrick Lamar.
jeez. Hey Ken, K dot.
Yeah.
Trick.
Well, do you go by Kenny?
You can call me Kenny. That's fine.
Okay. Good.
Yes, I could send you a message.
Okay, good. How about this? If I don't hear from you by message in 5 hours, we're gonna assume something bad happened and we're gonna head on back to the...
That would be a good
I
assumption.
would say bad. Maybe an administrative hiccup, but
Well, they do happen. But please, send message, alright?
yes, we'll do.
Okay. So, tells you to, gather your things, make sure you're ready in the next 15 minutes or so, gets the crew ready to go. You board this icebreaker ship that has like a steel plow basically on the front end of it. You make your way up through the sea of moving ice. You're literally like pushing off floating chunks of
Yeah,
ice.
do
as
we
you
have
go
like a
up.
cabin?
Yeah. You don't have to sit out on the
Good.
deck and just
Good,
freeze.
good.
Yeah. You can go below.
There's a question for you.
Absolutely.
Are you, or can you, be proficient in any form of forgery?
Fascinating question. I can create a
Why
forge
do you
kit.
ask?
Let me think about that. I can create right tool for the job. With thieves' tools or artisans' tools, which I have, you can magically create one set of artisans' tools in an unoccupied space within 5 feet. Takes 1 hour, which we have. The product is magic, but the tools are non-magical and they vanish when you use the feature.
Okay.
Tool proficiency. You gain proficiency with woodcarver's tools. You gain proficiency with one other type of tool. Choice. So I can create basically any artisan's tools,
So a forgery kit
but it doesn't
is
necessarily mean.
equipment. Is a type of equipment.
Yeah. Does it make you proficient if you have the tools?
Yeah.
Sorry. Does proficiency? Oh, so you have to be proficient
So-
in.
I'm trying to think of a
here's-
reason.
Tool expertise. Your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check you make that uses your proficiency with a tool.
Right.
But does that mean I have to be proficient with the tool already?
Yes.
Yes, you would have to be proficient with
Okay.
And then you
with
gain
forgery.
expertise.
So I can create it, but someone else might want to use it.
What kind of check would be used for forgery? Would that be intelligence?
It would probably be a deception or sleight of hand.
Well, deception would be right up your alley.
Yeah. Yeah, I have no sleight of hand.
Isn't
But-
there a way to take an hour to, when you make something, you take an hour to do it instead, and then it's like the same as rolling a 20 on making something?
Take 10. Yeah. You could do that with certain things. I don't know if forgery is one of them. But I was trying to think of a way, a reason for us to enter the prison.
I mean,
As obviously to get on the ship, the whole parole board thing is an easy way of 3 outsiders going up to the prison to talk to someone.
could we literally tell them what we're doing? Like, tell the parole board that
We
the
would like to
3
break
most
out the prison. I'm not sure that would
Well,
work.
no, not break out, but like, 3 most powerful wizards in all the realms want us to.
2 of us.
I'm
could turn
not
invisible.
sure what
Perhaps I turn invisible and try to sneak in behind you.
the issue is we don't know where the prisoner is.
Correct.
It is a large prison from what I've heard. So
What about a conjugal visit?
That had crossed my mind if they do conjugal visits.
not sure 3 of us will get in for that though.
It could be a service droid.
Um,
That's it. Just had to sneak in a little bit.
Oh god.
My name is C3.
human protocol.
Human protocol droid.
Oh Lord.
I mean, if you have a high enough deception,
No.
I am concerned about the antimatter cannon that I'm carrying. I don't really want to check it.
I'm not sure.
I don't want to
Me
leave
too.
it.
I don't think a metal detector is going to be there. But
I don't think so either. I'm not sure that you go in with that versus me going in altogether is any different.
That's fair.
could we bribe somebody to forge documents for us?
I don't think we have the time.
To bribe somebody?
I mean, we would probably need to have gone to 10 Town to do something like that.
So nobody in the prison could forge documents for us or be willing to be bribed?
We really
I'm
need a
thinking that would
rogue
be-
in this case,
We
don't we?
really do need a rogue.
And as you're like having these conversations, as time is passing, you hear ding, 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 as the bells at the top of the mast of the ship alert you to the fact that
Is it a warning bell?
Revel's End is coming. Into
Oh, okay. It's not like a
No,
under attack.
not like you're under attack or anything. And as you sort of like peek out through your cabin windows, you see this cliff face that's 150 feet tall, and you see a small dock at the bottom of the cliff face, and a tall elevator, single shaft elevator, lifting up to the top of the cliff face, where you see this spire sticking up from the earth, and a large sort of like cliff wall of rock behind the spire, and Revel's End comes into view through the snow and the ice.
The other thing, we could change up my infusion and the rod to disguise self.
I don't think that matters because we would need to know what we would need to look like.
Well, we could just look less ominous.
I don't think it matters. I mean, if anything, with the way I look, I could go in and do the talking. Thorpe can be my guard. You can be my service droid.
Okay.
Simply an assistant.
And you hear a knock on your cabin door, and a slight voice saying, "Excuse me, sirs, but we have arrived at the prison. I know you was meaning to go up there, so I just want to let you know we're here."
Thank you.
Is that what a servant would sound like?
Similar, yes.
Pretty much.
Oh,
A lot of sirs. A lot of saying sir.
I will try that.
Okay.
servant mode activated.
Oh hell yeah!
So you finish up your conversation and head out of the ship, and make your way to the docks. And as you just kind of look up, almost as far as you can see, like literally, the top of this elevator shaft is lost in the snow and wind. You can't even see the top once you're down at the base of it. But you can see that they have torches lit every 20 feet or so along the shaft of the elevator. You make your way over there. There's nobody on the docks, and there's nobody at the base of the elevator shaft, and the elevator is up at the top. At least it's not down at the bottom where you guys are.
Is there like a?
There's a lever. There's a lever that down there at the bottom.
We'll try the lever.
As you hit the lever, these big mechanical gears start to crank in either direction, and you hear like a screeching of metal. And after about a minute or so, you see the base of the elevator descending down towards you, and it lands at the base.
About how long did it take for it to come down?
About 2 minutes
Okay.
for it to descend the full 150 feet or so.
Okay.
It's not a fast
Is there
elevator. It's
anyone
not an
else?
electrical elevator.
Right. Is there anyone else with us?
No, it's just the three of you.
Just the
Nobody
three of us?
off the ship. Nobody came off the ship to help you, and there's nobody at like this dock / guard station.
Okay. So when we go into it, and is that like another lever?
There's another lever inside.
So
Yes.
I pull the lever. One thing that I did think of, and we probably shouldn't be using our names. So
The elevator starts lifting.
I am
lifting up.
Reese Grace.
Reese.
I am Vladimir Lenin.
Vladimir.
Vladimir Lenin.
Yep.
Number one Vladimir Lenin. Best Vladimir.
The one and only.
If I'm going to pass off as a servant, perhaps I shouldn't have a common name like Codex. Perhaps more of a numerical
C3PO?
designation.
C3PO.
That doesn't sound
Doesn't
right.
sound
Doesn't
right.
roll off the tongue very well, does it?
No.
About just Mark II.
Mark II.
Marky Mark.
So you have this little brief conversation of what you'll be called when you get up there, and as the elevator reaches the top, you can see the outer wall of this panopticon prison. Basically a tower that can look down on almost like this six-pointed star of a prison. So basically people up in the tower can see everything that's happening at the prison. You can see the top of the tower, you can see the prison wall, you can see guard outposts along the spikes of this like star-shaped prison. It's
I do have a question. Is
Yeah.
this so is this just like an ice tower with a prison on top, or is the
No,
whole
no,
thing
no,
a
no.
prison and you just have to take an elevator to the entrance that's
This is all the prison.
Okay.
And this is like the guard tower / council / anything administrative that needs to happens in this tower, and they can watch over the prisoners in the prison below.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yes, the prison is not up here.
Oh.
The prison is down below, and this is the tower that watches over the prison.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's
I
also
kind of wish it was the it was like in the movie.
Yeah.
Where
yeah. And then,
everything was in the tower.
Right.
There are guard towers around.
I was picturing the movie's version of it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, somebody give me a perception check.
Dave's going.
6.
Master, would you like some assistance? You seem having trouble.
Should I make one, or does it make a
You
difference?
see me like brushing the snow out of my face.
Jesus. All right. Well, I'm not much help.
Oh well.
I'm gonna do a 14. I'm gonna take my 10 and add the flash of genius to it. So I'm gonna do 14.
Okay.
So at least we have something.
The heck is that?
The first thing that you notice as the elevator comes up to the top, you see two dead human bodies on the other side of the elevator doors, shot through with what appear to be goblin arrows. And as you look out across the tundra, what you see is a goblin scout patrolling on a warg that is just sort of patrolling back and forth across the wall closest to this elevator here.
So like on a palisade kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Change of plans.
Oh no, the warg is down on the ground, is on ground level,
Oh, okay.
and just patrolling back and forth.
Okay.
I'm also
Is probably about 50 feet away from you now, but is moving in your direction.
part of my servant mode is I'm not standing at full stature. I'm leaning forward more and kind of just taking a little more of a less intimidating stature. Like I'm have my shoulders roll forward and kind of just to appear less like a combat warforged.
Okay. Well, also, who knows if they've ever seen Warforged?
Right. But that's what I mean.
Warforged are not.
Common and favored.
Oh,
Not at all.
definitely not. No.
So, we talk first or we fight first?
Oh, no, we talk.
We talk first?
Yes, definitely talk.
Master, I will follow your lead.
So, we head towards what looks like the door.
The entrance of the prison?
Yeah.
Okay. As you do, this goblin on the warg blows a whistle. Next. And these are 10-foot squares, so yes, you do all fit in them. This goblin on the warg blows a whistle, and you hear shouts all along the ramparts of the prison, and the goblin rides up on the warg in front of you with a bow and arrow drawn at you. And one thing you also notice is the Lord's Alliance banners that would normally be hanging from the prison have been cut down and are laying on the ground, and in their place are banners that are black with a blade and blood dripping from it hanging in their place. And the goblin in Goblin says,
Do either of us recognize the banner?
give me a history check. I would say since you're from Eberron, you definitely would.
I have no idea.
10.
So
I have 12.
12? No, neither one of you recognizes the banner. Do any of you speak Goblin?
That's a negatory on the goblin. I speak abyssal, but not goblin. No.
So the Goblin addresses you in Goblin with his bow and arrow drawn towards you, and you hear through like the howling wind of Icewind Dale, you hear like the shouting and scurrying of people up on the ramparts also.
I simply say to the goblin.
Common?
Yes.
Okay.
We wish to speak to the administrator.
He looks at you suspiciously and says, "No administrator here. This our prison now.
Your prison now.
Yes, Bloodblade prison now.
Lead prison now.
Yes."
What happened to the Lord's Alliance? They control this prison.
And he points at the bodies on the ground. Bloodblade prison now.
Understood.
You intruders!
No, not intruders.
We kill intruders.
We needed to speak to the parole board.
No parole board here.
What other goblins do we see?
You don't see any other goblins.
Okay.
While this is happening,
You can catch very brief glimpses of movement along the crenellations of the wall of the.
Master, perhaps
The tower.
bribing would be appropriate at this point.
What was that?
Perhaps bribery would be appropriate at this point.
I'm gonna study them. By the way,
That might work.
I'm doing the.
I have my arms.
Makes me so uncomfortable for you to say master, but it's, I get it.
While this is happening, I am gonna do the know your enemy. So I'm gonna be studying the goblins
Okay.
while this is happening.
It's like how C-3PO would be like Master Jedi, you know? That's what I'm channeling.
I think Jedi call other Jedi master. Right?
I under my like furs and whatever, I reach in and pull out 50 gold. And
Would you like me to give it to him, sir?
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
that'd be a 21. 22, sorry.
The goblin said, "Oh, shiny!" And he holds out his hands for the gold. And
Can we see the administrator now?
you want to talk to boss?
Want to talk to boss?
Oh, yes, you talk to boss now. And you hear like 3 brief like whistles that he whistles on his little like bone whistle that he has around his neck. And you hear 2 goblins shout up above, and the gate to the entrance of the prison begins to open up towards you.
Okay. So I guess we'll wait till it opens completely and then
Sure.
walk through.
Okay.
What are we being escorted?
Not by the goblin outside. He continues his patrol
Okay.
back and forth. You do get the very real sensation that you are being watched everywhere you go from up above.
Under my breath, kind of low, I will say something to the 2 of them. Obviously, this is not the way things are supposed to be. So plan A is out the window. We don't have to call each other by false names because they're not going to keep track of who we are. If it was the Lord's Alliance, yes. The other thing is, we may need to simply fight our way in and fight our way out. I don't know who the hell these goblins are. I've never heard of them.
As you make your way like through the gate
like
and
this.
into this little hallway here,
I like this new direction.
there are
I'm glad you
guards.
suggested it.
There are
Makes a
guards
smile.
bearing the Lord's Alliance, like the Rebels End tabard on their chest, spiked into the walls
Wow.
along the wall of this hallway here.
Okay, gotcha.
As you make your way in,
Is it just goblins that we're seeing as we go through?
Are you saying,
you don't see anybody yet.
are you
Okay.
saying we might need to liberate the prison from the goblins?
I would say
Prison riot?
no. But we may need to liberate forcefully our new companion.
Would I be able to hear
Codex stands
any,
up straight.
like, I don't know, ambient prison noises of like people talking in cells?
Codex rolls like
you know when you
shoulders
walk
back.
still walking like a
Street.
prison-
You're walking through a 10-foot high metal door into covered like cinder block basically wall, like stone.
So there'd be no way for me
walls.
to hear if they're
No,
prisoners.
you don't hear anything.
Okay.
You are in a very like low ceilinged torch lit hallway. There's doors on either side of you and one door in front of you.
So I'll ask Arkin as Thorn as we're walking. Are we just releasing our prisoner, or would it be beneficial to release more than one?
Let's see where this takes us. If we can find a way to... If they haven't killed all the guards and the administrators it would be good to let them free.
Instead of cause a prison riot.
I'm not comfortable letting prisoners free.
While I have not done a prison break before, I have liberated. I have been involved in sieges before, and there's one thing that I've learned from a siege, and that's distraction is a powerful weapon.
Absolutely. So I guess we're going to continue down this hallway towards the center.
Through the main door.
And that's an important thing
out of the way.
to remind you guys, because you've seen me do it before when we were fighting in that one hallway in a dungeon, where I can take things and like take a stone and make it emanate noise or light, and throw it down a hallway, things like that to
Yes.
Yeah.
to voice or sounds or.
I'll say, as you like walk through the door, you are confronted with basically like a T-shaped hallway. Either direction, there is torchlight leading down hallways that you can't see around the bends of them. Straight ahead of you, though, you see daylight as the hallway in front of you leads to what appears to be like the main cell block area.
Do you think?
Across, you can see the main tower of the prison, and daylight shining down through that direction.
Okay.
I do think we need to head to the administration office to find out where our prisoners being held.
Agreed.
As we're walking to the administration office, would it be possible to see any of the cells behind us as we're walking? To see if there's anybody inside them?
Like once you make it into
Yeah.
the main courtyard area,
Like, would we be able to see, are the prisoners executed as well?
are you being stealthy as you make it
No.
into this area?
No.
You're just walking out.
I remind it. I do think I should turn invisible when no one is able to see me.
Well, then, while we're in that hallway, would probably be the time to do it.
Yeah. Is there any? Can I look around and see if anyone is able to have a vantage point on us? That
Nobody can see you. So you are in like a low ceilinged hall, like a corridor area. You're out of like the main guard tower area, and you're not yet
He does
in
that, I'm gonna
the cell block. Yeah, we're about to take like a
okay.
break. Yeah.
Gotcha, I'll wait.
So yes, so like you're in a little hallway that's completely enclosed. If you wanted to use your invisibility,
I mean, it's not
long
like he
does it
communicated that there was 3 of us, right? Like,
No. Well, he did blow his horn 3 times, but that probably doesn't mean 3 visitors.
it could. I mean, so they could.
Let's just do it. Don't worry about
Yeah.
it. We'll work it out.
How long does invisibility last? Until he makes an attack? Or
I can tell you in a second. Anyway, I turned invisible.
okay.
hey,
Do you pass the rod off to them also?
That's up to them.
you should probably take it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll take it.
Thorn
Okay.
don't like magic.
How
As we
big-
pass
how
through
big
that
is-
hallway? We turn.
How
invisible.
big is the rod?
I don't know. It's like a stat. I think of it like a short scepter. Something like that.
Okay. So 2 uses of the invisibility. Thorum doesn't want to become invisible.
Yeah, you're not invisible.
No, I'm not invisible.
You didn't either?
No, I'm taking the staff.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not using the staff.
Oh, okay.
Thorn doesn't like magic.
Okay.
No.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't understand it.
All right, so you emerge into this courtyard area, and there are torches outside of each of these cell doors around you. Like each of these is a cell. There are no numbers over top of the cell doors, and a torch that is kept alight by a continual flame spell is outside of each one of them. You do not see anybody in this main courtyard area as you go.
In the cells.
You haven't looked in any of the cells yet, but
Well, that's where I'm saying.
but like I'm just saying, like as you emerge into this courtyard, you don't see anybody around.
Since
But we'll,
it's our first time here.
yes,
I have 1 hour.
Okay.
Be invisible.
When we walk out and start
and there's a light dusting of snow. On the
like
ground.
very touristy, like looking around, to notice like everything.
Yes.
But one of the things I'm focusing on is number one, are there prisoners in these cells?
Okay. I will tell you immediately as you look this way, there are no prisoners in any of these cells. Here on your right as you come through the doors. And we will take a break there
Okay.
to go to the bathroom and get snacks and stuff, and then we'll pick back up.
Cool.
This is an interesting turn.
Yeah.
I love that you
Oh, ooh, box first. Nice. Yeah.
I'm sure that's even nicer.
Yes.
It's better than a coat. Ooh, yeah.
It's Fox also. Just two of them. Oh.
I am wondering though if it's because I smell like my dogs.
I don't know. He's
2 golden retrievers?
stupid. I wouldn't read too much into it.
You don't think so?
No. All right, so you make your way out to basically like the yard.
Okay.
I'll zoom out a little bit because you have a little bit of perspective here.
Okay.
You're in basically the yard in the center of this prison area. You notice as you make your way out here, there are no prisoners along any of these cells.
Right.
Okay.
You also don't see any guards.
Okay.
None of the prison doors have numbers, like specifically labeled among them or anything like that.
Nothing.
No.
And what are the bars like?
They are steel barred doors, like probably 8 feet tall, with a
But there's
big,
openings.
huh?
There's openings.
Yes, there's openings into the rooms. Yes, you can see into them.
Okay. What about to our left?
To your left, you can see that several of these rooms have prisoners in them,
Alive.
alive.
Okay.
Am I the only one that turned invisible?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, but you, Arkin has the rod now.
Correct.
And he did say that there's a dusting of snow on the ground, so I do have to be careful of my footprints.
Oh, I didn't realize that we were exposed.
Yeah, we're outdoors.
Now you're outdoors, yes. As you make your way through like the hallway here, now you are outdoors.
I am going to try to step in Arkin's footsteps.
Okay. All right.
Should we make our way left to talk to some of the prisoners?
Well, I have one more question. The door that we're walking up to, is there any kind of label around it?
In front of you? No. It's just the base of the tower that leads up, like the observation tower for the whole prison.
Okay. I walk up to the door, and I look around for like a knocker.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I forgot about. The shelving underneath.
There.
Oh,
Yeah, I totally forgot.
nice.
Nice trays. Awesome. What a great table.
Thanks.
There's a nice
What a
table.
benevolent DM to build this for us.
Thank you.
So, is there any kind of knocker or bell?
At the door?
Yeah.
No. It's just a solid wood door.
Okay. I reach up and pound on the door.
As you pound on the door, so you guys are
Just one. Yeah.
right up next to it.
Yep.
As you pound on the door, you feel what's the picture?
Just to see you in the fox. It's great.
Yeah, of course.
Oh.
It's such a great thing.
You feel a sharp pain suddenly on your left side. As you take 10 points of piercing damage and 15 points of poison damage. As out of the shadows appears.
I don't take any. There's no save against the poison.
No, it's not the poison condition, it's just poison damage.
Okay.
Appears next to you a goblin bearing a tabard with the same blade with blood dripping from it. as was hanging from outside of the prison. She is in like black leather gear, face mask, hood. Looks like an assassin.
Okay. I look at her and like credulously looking at her and go, huh. And I take out my little glass rod and go, lightning bolt.
Lightning bolter. Okay.
Oh my god.
Dex save.
You just go.
And I'm
then
going
lightning
to
bolt.
heighten it so she has disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Okay, the first one was 17. The second one was 11.
Bonk. Just
That'd be a
deleted.
fail.
Okay.
Just deleting this goblin. Oh man.
And then we'll roll for initiative after this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to be in combat that
Okay.
quickly.
Yeah, I can see you weren't prepared.
No.
Yeah, what's your damage? Come on.
Did you say we're all rolling initiative?
Yes, you will be, yes.
Okay.
So is that the proper way to handle a surprise round? Just tell somebody that they're taking damage.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'm taking mental notes for when I DM for my other group.
Thorum, what's your initiative?
Let's see.
31.
31 damage?
Yeah.
My initiative is 19.
19.
Hell of an initiative.
Okay.
roll.
Arkin.
Is she still there?
Yes.
Okay. That would be 15.
15. Okay. 31 points of damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did it seem like she took full damage?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
Not bloodied, though. From behind Codex. Does a 24 hit you?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm invisible. But
Never
I
mind.
understand if they aimed at Arkin, I am standing in line.
No. Then it would be behind Thor.
Okay.
24.
Yeah, 24 hits.
Okay. Out of the shadows pops another goblin assassin, stabs Thorum from behind.
Oh.
Can I take a reaction? Or should I wait for I'll wait for damage.
So you can take a reaction as long as you can see the attack. This is a surprise attack from
okay.
behind. You take 10 points of piercing damage and 12 points of poison damage. But
So
you are
six
resistant to
points.
poison.
Did they appear out of nowhere?
Yes.
Yes. So I can't take a reaction because I didn't see them.
Okay. So I didn't see them run up. I literally
No.
just saw them poof and
Keep into
attack.
existence
Okay.
and attack.
All right.
Yes.
I mean, it says when a creature damages you with a melee attack, I can use a reaction.
Then, yeah.
So that's
Yeah, you
fair.
can use a reaction.
So as Thorum's getting stabbed in the, I'm assuming the back.
Yep.
He's just gonna turn around and immediately
And
take a swing.
Okay.
26
To hit?
to
Yeah.
hit. Yeah.
Yeah, they're wearing like black leather armor.
11 damage, and then let me see. Do I add? Yeah, and I'll add the superiority dice to that too. So that's a 1d10. So 11 damage plus 1. Okay. So 12 damage.
All right.
Just burying my axe in this goblin.
Okay, then we are at the top of the turn order. So that goblin is going to then take their bonus action and disengage from you and move 10 feet away. These squares are 10 feet, by the way. Then up next is Thorum.
Well, this seems like a pretty bad time to waste a rage. I won't rage right now. So I'll move 10 feet to the one that moved away from me,
Okay.
and I will begin hacking maneuver,
All right.
which is and shout about the bourgeoisie with every.
Down with the proletary.
You aren't unionized. Yeah, I'm gonna, like,
We are a union.
Yeah.
We are a union. The workers. The means seize the means of production.
there's a 29 hit.
Yes, it does.
Okay. All right, 8 damage on my first attack as
Okay.
I scream about the injustice of modern industrialized society. 17 to hit.
Hits. Yeah.
9 damage.
Okay.
Uh, 28.
Mm-hmm.
Another 7 damage. Did I even roll damage on the first one? I don't think I did. Did I tell you my damage on the first roll?
Those two attacks.
Those 2 attacks. And then
9 and 8.
Yep, and then my third attack, 23 to hit,
Yep.
and 11 more damage.
Okay.
Yep.
And that one is bloodied as you cleave into it for the third time with your battle axe.
That's all I got.
Okay. Then up next is Arkin.
I am still invisible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
you're not technically in the turn order. I mean,
Right.
technically
I
you
know.
are at
I
11.
did my initiative
Yeah.
in case I decide
But
to
you're not
act on my
in
turn.
combat, so you can jump in at any time.
Okay.
I'm invisible. I'm not gonna tabletop just
Yeah, that's fine. This tower keeps on going up and up, right?
Yes, it's like 60 or 70 feet tall.
Right. Yeah. So I suddenly, as I'm standing in front of this one, I simply snap my fingers, and now I'm 30 feet up
Up. Okay.
and perpendicular on the wall.
What do you like? Misty step up the wall,
Yeah.
Oh, he has spider.
but you can spider climb, so you can hang there now.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. I like that.
I mean, I've always been able to do that. It's just
Yeah,
it's just being able
we've been
to
in
be.
caverns a lot, and
Yeah.
yeah.
So when I do that, I look down, and still with the little crystal rod, I look at between these two and cast another spell.
Okay.
And this time the lightning shoots down, hits this one, and then arcs around and hits the other as well.
You have chain lightning now.
I have chain lightning there.
Do they both need to make dex saves?
Yes, and I'm heightening that one as well.
So disadvantage.
This one, oh man, and the one I have is bloodied. So
So a 12 for the one just below you, and
you have lightning dice.
Well, unfortunately, these are not lightning
14
dice.
for the other one.
What was that?
14.
They get that fail.
Yeah.
lightning dice.
So what does chain lightning do? Does it do reduced damage to each one that it hits?
No,
Or
it does 10d8.
10d8? Okay. All right.
Oh my god.
Crap!
Yeah, it's
I think I got hit by this spell.
Is that a
in
new
Baldur's Gate
spell that
3
you have
once.
now?
And it
Yes,
was
yes.
Okay.
What?
All right.
Insane.
So now
Yeah.
that you're level 13, you have chain lightning.
I've cheat lightning. It can hit three targets.
Okay. Did you find your dice?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
That's how it works.
You're about to make goblin soup.
15, 19, 26, 32, 33,
You look very regal.
Almost too warm.
4,
You look like you're about to go raid Ireland.
44,
I might.
total of 49 points.
You, as lightning arcs between these two goblin assassins,
Uh-huh.
both of them, like, you see, like, their skeletons through their bodies for a second, like Marv from Home Alone 2.
Uh-huh.
And both of them drop to the ground dead in the snow. You don't hear any other,
And-
like,
and I yell out-
alarm bells.
Anyone else? Hello?
Thorm's gonna
I
nudge.
take my opportunity to create my Eldritch Cannon in the form of a ballista cannon.
Okay.
Thorm's just gonna nudge them.
Nobody responds
Okay.
as you shout out.
I want to approach one of the cells. We're out of initiative.
You're out of initiative now. They're
Wait,
both
now that
dead.
that happened, I just want to say that was fascinating. Well done.
I didn't want them thinking they could take advantage of us.
I would have warned you, but they literally poofed out of nowhere.
I understand. As we're talking, I'm slowly walking down.
And my goal was to not. It looked like you guys could handle it, so I had no intention of breaking my camouflage.
How big are these arrow slits? Or these arrow slits?
Yeah, they're basically like arrow slits in the wall.
Okay.
They're like 6 inches by like 2 feet.
Were there any up here, or they're just down below?
No, there are some on like the second and third stories. Yeah, they go like all the way up.
Okay, so when
You're still on the wall.
I know I'm on the wall, but are there ones that like near me as I like
10 feet away from you, yeah.
I would like to at least take a peek in.
As you peek in through the arrow slits, you see more dead guards on the ground.
Okay. Do I see any movement at all?
Not on these floors.
Okay. I look down at where I think you are.
I move my foot in the ground and make a little bit of a.
No,
footprint.
you don't have to do that. I'm just, I will just simply say, I'm going to go inside the tower. I'll be right down. And
You wanted to look at the cells.
I want to talk to one of the prisoners.
I use Misty Step to pop in.
Poof into the cell, or into the
Yeah.
main.
Nice.
I guess I'm on the second floor.
Yeah, you'd be like the second floor. So you are essentially in like a surveillance hub of the prison. You can look out, like you see a, 15-foot on each side hexagon, and there are arrow slits looking down. You can see all of the prisoners. At this floor, you can see the prisoners. Higher up, you would be too steep to be able to see in.
Okay. I quickly just take a look to see where prisoners are. So you said there was some over here,
Yes.
and there were
There
none
are
over there.
prisoners along this cell block here, and from your vantage point, you can see there are also prisoners along this cell block,
But
here.
none over there.
But none over here and none over here.
Okay. On the second floor, is there any desk or anything that has a notation of
what the cell blocks are. Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
As you look around.
Your
21, actually.
Technically in this area. 21. Yes, you do find a desk. You find notes on the different prisoners, and you find a map of what the number of each cell block is.
Okay. Do I see any notation for prisoner 13?
Yes. The cells start here. That's number 1. And work their way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is
13?
this prisoner right here.
Okay. I'm gonna do a I'm gonna go ahead because
Well,
I'm doing a lot of stuff.
This happening, and
How did this happen?
We went astral.
We sure did.
Wow.
No, I don't want to go
Oh,
astral.
right up land at Zenith. Look at that.
I think we were on that ship.
Yeah, it looked a little bit different last time.
So
What was that? That was also pretty cool.
So while he is inside the tower, I decide to use this opportunity while I'm invisible, and I activate my jump jets, and I fly straight up.
Wait,
Where we go again?
why did it just change?
I don't know. Where are you heading?
Straight up. I want to see how many guards are on the crenellations. You know, I'm just gonna be able to fly straight up and scout and come back down.
Here we go.
I'm gonna go talk to a prisoner.
Hello?
Yeah, that we should be seeing that one. Okay, that's better. Weird.
Okay. Alright, so you're flying up the tower basically.
Yeah.
In the middle.
No, where I am in the courtyard.
Oh,
Just
it's
straight up. I
you're
want to
just,
see. I
Like
want to.
floating upwards.
Yeah, I want to see over the see the crenellations and see if there's any guards
Okay.
watching us.
As you make your way higher, you're invisible, right? You see goblin patrols all along the outer wall.
Okay.
And you see hobgoblins near the top of the central tower. And you see a couple hobgoblins.
here.
Yeah.
They're on the top of this tower.
Yep. And you see a
Hobgoblins
couple
there.
hobgoblins, sort of like overseers of the goblins around the outer wall too.
Okay. Like, would I say like a dozen? Couple dozen?
Probably about a
like a
dozen goblins and 4 or 5 hobgoblins on the outer tower.
Okay. All right. And I just come back down to report.
And as you
No,
settle
Pharaoh's
down,
gone.
yeah, Arkin's gone.
Thorm.
Well,
The snow,
Thor's over-
Thorm's over there.
Yeah, Thorm's investigating the cells. The snow kind of like disturbs around you as you settle back down.
Okay.
And
Oh shit.
two arrows strike right near where you just landed and explode in like this burst of arcane energy right nearby you. But both of them miss you.
Okay.
However, you can tell that the snow that you disturbed and like your landing, the propulsion of your jets as you landed back on the ground, the archers from the parapets of the prison noticed the disturbance and just fired arrows, arcane arrows at you.
Okay.
They don't see you though,
Okay.
and neither of them hit.
And has all the snow around me been blown away by that?
Yeah,
this
like it
explosion?
kind of disturbed everything in the area.
Okay. Okay. Well, Thorum, you would have heard that, I'm sure.
I heard an explosion come from the top of the tower. Yeah. I have no way of getting up there. But
Well, the explosions happened here. On the ground.
Yes.
Oh, on the ground.
Right
Wow,
here,
after you
at the
jump
ground,
up.
right where
Okay.
he landed.
They
Yep.
exploded where I yeah.
So Arkin's still in the tower.
Yes.
Yep. And Thorum's investigating the cells. They're both dead. And
Okay.
Thorum's investigating the cells.
Which one?
We'll start with the first one, or whichever first one has a prisoner in it.
That one does. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was going to ask the prisoner what number they are, what name they go by, and call them comrade.
In
Hail,
that
comrade.
cell, as you speak in common, a troll looks up at you from behind the cell,
I'm just going to go to the next one.
at you, and snarls.
I don't think that's
Okay.
right.
Are you prisoner 13? Are you prisoner 13?
Literally, that's the plan.
Do you know what a Shadowkai is?
No.
Give me a
Thorum know
straight
what
up
a
intelligence check.
Okay. I was going to say, is that something that I would know based off my background?
Would I know? Should I roll or would I?
I rolled a 3, so if Thorum doesn't know what the hell a shadow.
Okay. Yeah, so you don't know what a Shadowkai is. Yeah,
Gerald doesn't know.
You can make a check.
So I'll go to the next cell. We'll see who's in there.
Is that history?
Straight up intelligence.
Oh, intelligence. Then forget that number.
Yeah. Codex knows what a.
Oh, okay.
Was that a 15?
Well, yeah, but that was a history check.
Oh, okay.
Intelligence is plus 10, so now it's a 16.
Yeah, you know what Shadowkai is. It's basically like a pale shadow elf.
Okay.
They're known for their affinity with like the dream world and being able to slip in and out of realms.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just go cell by cell and look for somebody that looks like they would speak common, and not a troll.
The first cell, yeah, you find a troll.
Definitely be careful of there are lots of guards above us. There are lots of goblins and several hobgoblins on the central tower.
So I will try and move I'm gonna move stealthily, as stealthy as I can.
Give me a stealth check.
Because believe it or not, I no longer have a 9. I will re-roll that if it fails because I have Indomitable, so I have the ability to re-roll a saving throw that I fail.
Well, it's a stealth check, not a saving throw.
Oh, let me double check what that Indomitable does. That's a saving throw, yeah.
Yeah. As you make your way to the second cell, an arrow from the top lands right next to you. It misses you, but brambles sprout out from where this arrow lands and envelop you in thorny vines. You take 8 poison damage, so 4 poison damage. Your speed is reduced by 10 feet,
Great.
All right.
and the area around you, like a 10-foot radius around you, is filled with thorns.
Can I attempt to open the door in front of me here?
That one?
Yeah.
It's unlocked.
Okay.
So you can
Thorum,
open it.
I am going to attempt to meet up with Arkin in the central tower.
I'll be here.
Okay.
Well, I
Should I try and follow?
I don't think we can fight from here.
No, I mean, should I try and
suggest-
follow through the thorns?
I think we should try to get to cover.
All right, so I will move. I'm guessing moving through thorns makes me take damage.
It does.
But it's like 1d4 per 5 feet or something like
Give
that.
me a strength check. DC 13.
But 24.
Yep. You can move through the thorns. You take 2d6 slashing damage for every 10 feet that you move.
Because here's the thing: there's lots
I
of
can't
guards.
shoot anything from where I am.
There's lots of guards and stuff up there, and now they've seen you.
Yeah, and I am gonna use. So, yeah, I'll wait till you tell me how much damage I
So you
take.
take 9 slashing damage till you're out of the thorns.
So that's. Is that double? Because I'm. Or.
Yeah.
Just 9 damage.
just 9
All right,
damage.
I'm gonna use Second Wind. Get some health back.
I use the stairs to go down.
So you're out of the thorns, Thorum, and you can make it into
Yeah, I'm going following Codex.
the room. Yep. So you guys are in the guard tower now.
Can we lock the door behind us?
Sure.
Does it still work?
Yep.
I bolt the door.
I'm looking for like controls for the cells.
So on the level that you were at, on the second level, there is a control panel.
Oh, okay.
It's like an arcane control panel.
Okay. Then I thought there was just the desk.
Okay,
you
so I
guys
think
are
we all
on-
meet on the second level.
Yeah. So you guys meet on the second level of this tower.
Okay.
And now through the archer slits, you can hear like alarm bells going off and the sounds of people like running and mustering outside as well.
Okay.
And you do hear the sound of people coming down from the roof of this tower, like down the central spiral staircase towards your level.
Okay. So looking at the controls, is it fairly straightforward?
Yeah, there's like levers for there's like 30 different levers all the way around. Like you can count from the start to lever 13 basically. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'm going to open up 13. There is a door down here that's right next to
Yes.
that would be
It's
not far from.
actually the first door.
Is it that
over
one
here? Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if this was still oriented the same.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
Okay.
So,
yeah,
like,
there's a door right here.
That faces the front
Yep.
where you guys came up from the lift, and all of these cells had prisoners in them. These
Yeah.
were all empty, and then prisoner 13 is right here.
Are you visible?
No,
Okay.
but I've made my presence known. I've
Okay.
told you I'm in the room with you.
Stay invisible.
Should I turn invisible?
I hand you the
The rod.
rod.
Alright, I will put aside my distaste for magic and because I
Make
don't-
yourself invisible.
Yep.
And as you do so, like you're hearing the footsteps from the roof becoming much louder. Like they might burst through the door into the room that you're in any minute.
Okay. So I flip I flip the lever.
Okay.
I'm also going to detach my Eldritch Cannon.
Okay.
Does it become visible?
Yeah, it would. It'd be a little cannon on legs
would.
on the ground.
So we quickly duck in
Yeah, I
and
guess I'll
go
keep
downstairs.
Okay. So
Wait,
you're going
to the
back down
first
to the
level
first
again?
floor?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you open the.
He opened 13.
Open
Were
up
we
the-
able to lock that door on the second level?
No, they're not like it's just open.
Okay.
Like it's not a
Doorway.
door. It's like an archway.
Okay.
So we start running towards this door.
Okay. So as you guys are making your way towards this door here, you hear boots as no, they're not what they appear. 3 hobgoblins burst through. So you guys are all over by the door over here.
Yeah.
3 hobgoblins burst out of the archway from the staircase and shout at you in common and say, "Intruders, you're gonna die now." And now we're going to roll initiative.
Okay. So being invisible, does that mean I can join whenever? How does
Yeah, the only person they see is Arkin.
Okay.
Sorry, it's only 2. Okay.
Are you good with their position?
Yep, that's fine. Arkin, what's your initiative?
20.
Okay. Codex?
I didn't roll.
Well,
Because
go ahead and roll, and you can join whenever you want.
sounds good. 13.
And Thorum?
10.
Yay. So the two hobgoblins look at you, Arkin, and like sort of start rushing towards you, but you're first up in the turn order.
Okay. I'm going to rush to this door right here. Is it unlocked?
It's unlocked.
Okay, I run through it
Okay.
and start heading towards this cell right
Okay.
here.
So you're just going to take all your movement?
Yep.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay, so I move 30.
Mm-hmm.
What do I see?
In this first cell, in this first cell here, you see a slight figure on a straw cot covered in blankets.
Okay.
Sounds really tough.
I know. So I yell, and are the bars down?
The bars are down of this particular cell.
I
yes.
yell to the person, we're here to rescue you. Be ready to teleport.
And all you see in the darkness of this cell is a figure like lift their head up, blankets still covering their face. You can't like make out their face, but they're looking at you now.
Okay.
So
Does it look like? Well, because I also have dark vision. Well, is it
Right.
light or dark vision? Do I see a the skin color that I'm expecting?
Can't tell.
Okay.
The blanket is like covering the majority of their face.
would it be
But they responded to you shouting at them and are looking
as
at
most
you.
would?
Okay.
Would it behoove us to enter the initiative as soon as possible to get out of this room and close to Arkin, or
No.
does it not matter?
Well, I don't want to table talk it
oh,
since I can't talk to you with guards rushing in. You know?
oh, I see what you mean. Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like,
we can't talk to. Yeah,
you can do whatever you want.
So
gotcha.
with my, so that was my move action.
Mm-hmm.
With my next with my action, I'm going to do the dash.
Okay. Into the cell?
Yep.
Okay. You can just put it there. That's fine.
Okay. How far is the person?
That's 10, 15 feet. They are another 15 feet further. So with 30 feet of movement from your dash, you can make it to them.
Okay. So I move right up to them.
Mm-hmm. As you get closer, you can tell that you're looking at female Shadarkai elf. And she looks up at you. She like pulls the hood from her face, and you can see like purple bruises and cut marks all over her face and her arms as she lifts her hood away.
I look at her like quickly and say, "Are you ready to go?"
She pulls the hood off, and her eyes like flash yellow. And in Infernal, she speaks and says, "I go where I please."
That's not true. I mean, she's in a prison.
Escape.
Sounds better than here. Do you speak Infernal?
Yes.
Yes.
That's why all of a sudden
Yeah.
I switch into it.
Yeah, and she says, "Sounds better than here."
Okay, my bonus action. I quicken a spell.
Okay.
Dimension door.
All right. So you open a portal, basically.
Yes.
I feel like Arkin would open.
Well, there's a lot of colors.
Yes, it is.
I wanted a purple portal though.
Yeah.
All right, it's gonna be green.
Rick and Morty style.
Yeah. Arkin opens this like green doorway in the back of the room. You guys are able to see this from the door
Yes. And
because all of a sudden the cell lights up green.
Okay.
And you recognize a dimensional portal. You've been
head outside.
I think it's time to go.
And I
It's time to
grab her hands and pull her through the portal. If she's willing,
She doesn't resist. Yeah. She
Okay.
goes with you.
then all of a sudden I'm over by the elevator.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
At the front of the prison.
Yes.
You guys are rushing through towards the portal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Obviously you're making sound as you're like sprinting towards this portal.
Yep.
And the way I position it is
Yeah.
that she is now behind me
Mm-hmm.
and I'm facing the door. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I got you.
So I'm protected.
Thorum, you take a javelin in the back.
Bummer.
As you
They beat a 23?
224s. Yeah.
Holy shit. All right.
You take a javelin in the back for 10 points of piercing damage. As it like thuds through your armor.
I should have raged earlier. All right.
And
you're invisible.
Arkin,
Oh, I'm invisible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can they hit me while I'm invisible?
yeah, they hit you.
Oh.
With disadvantage. They rolled,
Oh, they rolled- they
the
just
same
rolled
number
really
both
well.
times, yeah. Arkin, does 20 hit you with your shield off? Oh wait, do you have your shield on right now?
Codex.
Codex. Yeah, Codex.
was like,
I do not.
How the hell did they threw it through the door? They went out through
no,
the
no,
door?
it was okay. That
No,
was Arkin, but
my AC
he
is
was
21.
looking at
Okay. A second javelin shoots right over your shoulder and like thuds into the wall
Yep.
straight ahead of you. But the two of you are able, with your movement and a dash action, to rush straight towards the portal that Arkin created. If you want.
It's
Yeah, I would like.
it closes.
Oh, as soon as you go through it.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Oh,
As soon as she goes through it, I only
okay.
can do one Willie.
oh. Okay, so you're both out in the courtyard.
That's why I said
You're still
head outside.
I thought you meant
Thorum,
Which we did.
Thorum, you poofed into
existence.
existence as the
Yeah, when you get hit.
spear hits you.
Huh?
You're still invisible.
I have the
Getting
staff.
hit.
Yeah.
No, hold on. This staff isn't. You have to take an action.
You have to take an action to cast an
Oh yeah, I'm
invisibility
just
on
double
yourself.
checking that I have it.
You do.
Yeah.
And I did not.
Okay,
I did
great.
not take it back.
So you poof into visibility, and the two guards are rushing towards you, and alarm bells are going off around you. You know that you guys have to start running towards the exit. The dimension door disappears in front of you.
Okay. Do I get? Well, I'm not up next in initiative. I think you are.
I am going to cast.
Yes, Codex is up.
No, yeah. Now I'm visible.
Yeah, you're visible.
But I'm gonna just use. I'm just
Codex
gonna
is
cast
still
invisibility
invisible.
again.
Okay.
That's the plan. I'd rather not die with the staff of 7 pieces in my hands.
I am
No,
going.
he has the staff.
He is
of
staff.
seven.
You have
You have
a rod.
his arcane
I'm sorry.
rod that
That can
stores
cast invisible.
spells.
I
Yeah,
misunderstood.
stores
My mistake.
Yeah.
I am going to cast haste on.
Ooh,
Ooh, I love a good.
Thorum. Okay. All right.
So Thorum, that gives you double your movement. You get +2 to AC.
All right.
Now it is a concentration spell, so if I get hit, I have to do a Constitution save, right?
Yep.
To see if I can.
But you're still
concentration.
invisible. Well,
No,
actually,
casting
no.
a spell.
You cast a spell, so you poof into existence also.
So I give that to you. Like that's my action.
Okay.
As a bonus action, I am going to. Flight speed. So the flying boots, I don't think it's an action. I think it's just movement.
I can
It is.
use.
Okay. I'm going to, as a bonus action, fire my ballista at him.
Okay.
Bonus action. Hit. 19 to hit.
Misses.
Misses. And now that I'm looking at him, what does he look like?
You see a hobgoblin in plate mail with a
Okay.
shield and a javelin in hand, and over his shoulder you see like a quiver of several more javelins.
Okay. And then I'm gonna take my movement and fly. I'm gonna say, Thorum, with your haste, I suggest we get out of here.
Excellent.
I
idea.
don't think we want to make a last stand in this courtyard.
Excellent idea,
And
comrade.
I'm gonna use my 40 feet of flying
40
and take
so
off.
that's 10,
I activate
20,
the jump jets and
30, 40. So you can make it over to the edge of this square here. Yep, perfect. So you're way out of vision of them. Then up next is Storm.
So is casting invisibility a bonus action?
It's an action.
It's an action. Okay.
Yes. So we take your dash.
So I'll take my. Luckily, I have actions.
That would have been cool if you hooked that.
I know, right? Thanks.
So
Wait,
I
are you in the air?
Yes, I flew.
So
Oh,
haste
okay.
doubles my movement, right?
I'm gonna say
Haste does double your
So
movement.
I'm gonna
10 feet off the ground.
I'm gonna double move
Change the height.
over to Codex, which gets me 10 feet in front of where he is. Because
So I was gonna say you have 50 feet of movement. So you're here.
I am going to take an action to turn invisible,
Okay.
and I'm gonna action surge,
Okay.
and then dash again
Okay.
to
So
get
Codex, you're
another
right here.
50 feet.
There.
Yep.
So I'm a quick little dwarf, man.
Yes. So with
I just
your
moved the
action
100 feet.
surge,
Chase is
so
pretty
10,
off.
20, 30, 40, 50. You're at the door to the hallway. So now you're out of vision
Of
of
the-
everybody up above you also. So you're right here.
I'm gonna book it. A quick little dwarf.
Yep. Yeah, you just see a dwarf just going full sprint mode.
Usain Bolt dwarf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for haste. That saved my ass most likely.
The Centurions both end up over here. You guys can't see them. From up above, though, Codex,
Yeah, I'm not worried about you anymore.
you take shots from a couple of the arcane archers up
Okay.
above. Only one of them hits you for 10 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And as the arrow hits you, it explodes. And you take
Sure.
12 points of force damage.
Okay.
But the other two miss you and stick into the wall behind you and
Strong arrows.
explode out of range.
Okay.
We're back at the top of the turn order, technically with Arkin, but you're like,
Yeah,
you're
but-
getting the prisoner down. Are you waiting?
No,
at
no,
the
no. I'm
elevator?
waiting. I'm
Okay.
waiting.
So you're way over here, like at the top of the elevator.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So
got it.
do I see any?
No, you're looking
Guards.
outside the prison. No. Nobody sees you over there. at
Yeah,
the
I'm
top
making
of the-
sure that if I see any guards,
Came up there. Right?
Yeah.
I'm
Everybody
going
is.
to
ev-
use a spell.
Yeah, everybody is reacting to the commotion inside the prison right now. Nobody is looking over by the elevator.
That's fine.
Okay.
Also, if I see like anyone pursuing these two when they get through the door, I'll
Gotcha.
also be ready to fire.
Okay. So then after you is the legionary who is able to make it around the corner and hurls a javelin at Codex.
I thought they just moved. Before Arkin's turn. Didn't they just
You
move
mean
it?
at the end of that? Because I'm at the top of it.
Yeah, we're in a new turn
They
order.
were at the end.
Right. So if they're at the end of
The
the turn,
Centurion
they move
moved
again.
at the end of the turn order. The legionary
Okay.
missed you with the javelin.
Okay.
It sails underneath you, and they can't reach you. So now it's Codex's turn.
Okay.
Speed 40 feet flying. I see it. Right here.
Really?
Yeah.
I am going to turn and fire my ballista at him.
Action.
That's a bonus action.
Bonus action. Okay.
28 to hit.
That does hit.
Wow, that's a high roll. 22 force damage.
Yeah. Your ballista shoots down and explodes, and you see him like get knocked off his feet and like dashed into the snow.
That's the highest Eldritch Force shot I've ever made it.
Yeah. He gets like knocked off his feet
Yeah.
and sent into the snow, and he just looks up at you and snarls. But yeah, he can't engage you,
And I salute him. I'm like,
comrade.
I gotta go. And I use dash and
Okay.
like hit the afterburners on my
10,
jet
20,
boots.
30.
And
That's very cool.
40, 50, 60. Oh wait, you're flying. Although you can't, I will say like past this door you can't really fly.
Okay.
It's only like an 8-foot ceiling.
Okay.
You'd have to be pretty precise with your flying. So but 60
That's fine.
feet gets you over to here.
yeah, I'll drop down and I'll
Okay.
drop down. I can appreciate how flying can really mess things up for a DM, which is why I didn't just fly over.
You could, I mean, you could have.
I
But
know.
you would have had to take quite a high arc, and you would have been in range of all the archers on the
It's also
parapets.
just hard to manage.
Yeah. Okay, so end of Codex's turn.
Yeah.
All right, it's Thorum's turn.
We're going through that door,
Okay.
and we're gonna move. We're gonna double move as far up as I can go. And
I
am
will
still
say
invisible.
20, 30, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 for all of your dash move or
Yep.
all of your haste movement. You see Arkin and the prisoner 13 at the edge of the elevator there, and the elevator is still up on your level from when you guys came up.
I'm gonna offer. Am I within? Am I next to the prisoner? Prisoner 13? Am I
you're-
close enough?
You're invisible, aren't you?
Yeah.
They don't even see you.
They don't even see
They
me.
don't know you're there.
I'm going to like hand the. I don't know how this would work.
You can just end the invisibility at will.
Oh, I want to stay invisible. I want to hand
Oh.
the hand axe and be like, "Here you go."
He can't see it.
She
All,
can't.
all they
he
hear
can't
is
see
his
it?
voice.
Your gear is.
Oh, my gear's invisible too. I didn't realize
Yeah,
that.
you're completely invisible with your
right.
gear.
Can I drop it on the
You
ground?
can drop it on the ground.
Yes, a hand axe appears.
I am going
out
to
of
drop a hand
nowhere.
axe, and my disembodied voice will say, "Here you go. Defend yourself." I don't know what they would
And
say.
the Shadarkai from underneath her like wool blanket looks at you, Arkin, like very confused.
I simply say in Infernal, one of my companions, and I reach down and pick up the axe, and, like just hand it back to her.
And she like side kicks it and like flips it through the air and catches it and like spins it in her hand and like readies herself to fight
Holy shit.
if necessary.
That's pretty cool. She can do that. Wow.
By the way, Sierra will tell you more. Her character is the newest class to D&D, the Ill Rigger.
Is it broken? Is it a...
It is a demonic fighter paladin class.
What she want with
Is
Paladin?
she could have used the chains?
You'll see.
Is she Kratos?
Kind of.
Oh, great. She's just gonna go all...
Chaotic again?
You'll find out. All right.
Probably.
The two guards continue rushing towards you. They both can make it to the entrance, or sorry, the Centurion can make it to the entrance.
I don't know
If
which
not
is
the
which.
lead. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
And lobs a javelin at Codex's
Codex.
back. 29 does hit you.
That definitely hits me.
So
You take, from the heavy javelin, you take 14 points of piercing damage into your back.
Okay.
now, question. I am ready to do something. Do I see
No, this doorway is very tight.
Okay.
You can't like see what's going on
that's fine.
through there. Yeah.
I remember.
Even if the doors are open, it's too confined of a space to be able to see like what's happening down this tight hallway. But we are back at the top of the turn order. Arkin, are you still readying?
Yeah, I'm ready to cover
Okay.
Codex.
The other, the legionary makes it here and is also going to throw heavy javelin. That misses. A javelin skids along like the stone floor in front of you, Codex. And now it's your turn.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep doing that same thing again. I'll turn and fire a ballista bolt at the. I guess it's the Centurion.
Yes.
Is that bonus action or is that an action?
Yeah, it's a bonus
Bonus
action.
action for him.
22 to hit.
Because it's commanding his construct
Got it.
to fire a javelin.
So like the thing on my shoulder kind of spins around. It's fires
yeah,
behind
that
me.
hits.
22 to hit.
I can
then-
target that technically. If a
Yeah.
creature realizes that it's a construct that's firing the javelin, like if they're smart enough to figure it out, they can attack it. And
Or
it has like
if I
what?
take an explosive, I didn't think about that. If you hit me with an explosive,
Yeah, it would hit that
or
too.
an area of
Yes.
effect attack.
Yes.
21 damage
Okay.
from the Eldritch Cannon.
All right.
And then I'm going to dash again and just like
Sprint the rest of the way out.
sprint.
So that's 15, 25, 35, 45.
I mean, I have 80 movement, right? 40
You have
normally.
60 because you're not flying anymore.
Yeah, but I have 40 feet of movement
Oh, do you? Oh, yeah, then you make
because
it.
of mobile.
Yeah, you make it the whole way there. Yeah.
But if I'm dashing, that's doubling it.
Yep, you guys
Okay.
all make it to the elevator.
Okay.
Yeah, I turn to you and say, hit the lever.
Thorn's gonna.
Yeah, and as you guys all rush to the lever, you guys just see like swarms of
That was close.
arcane arrows shooting down at you as the elevator starts descending back down towards the docks.
As we get in the elevator,
Mm-hmm.
I quickly grab a piece of wire and message Captain Kendrick. I think we're going to need to leave very quickly. We're heading down on the elevator.
And it's sending, right?
What? Yes.
Yeah, so you don't get a response. He's not a mage.
I
I thought you can only just send a message, right?
sending
Is it telepathic?
is waits for a response.
Let me know.
I do think so.
I thought it's just a more powerful than message.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's that you get a response.
All right, so you get a response of, "Did you lot cause problems up at the prison?"
It's just,
And he doesn't know, right?
yeah.
And he doesn't know how sending works, so he hears a message and he sends it back like, "Are you guys causing trouble? Like, this is like a well-established, like
Are you going to
official,
respond?
like maximum
You don't hear it.
security penitentiary.
They got
Like, did you
overrun.
guys just cause problems for him with the prison?" So, all right. So after about a minute, like, and you, so let's see.
do they?
They do. After probably about 50 feet of movement of the elevator, you start feeling like a jostling as the rope that connects the elevator up and over is severed. And
Is this an enclosed elevator?
it is. So you'll take reduced damage, but as you fall the other 50 feet, all of you take 15 points. It's not bad of a roll. All you take
it's not.
15 points
Thank
of
you,
force
Live
damage. Yeah,
GM. Thank you.
15
Thank
points
you.
of force damage.
Thank you for not doing a total party kill.
Which does knock the Shadow Kai unconscious as you
Okay.
hit the ground, and she like collapses against the floor of the elevator.
Okay, I
The
will.
rest of you will
I'm taking my hand axe back. It looks like you won't be needing this.
I
slide it back. in
I
your
actually
pocket
will
here.
throw her over my shoulder, and
You don't want to let one of the strength characters do that for you?
no, I'm just gonna do it quickly.
I guess that's true. Okay. Give me an athletics check.
It's ironic. Like, AC, but no,
But no
average,
strength.
average
Yeah.
strength.
12.
That's enough. She's light. She's an elf. You throw her over your shoulder as you all rush down the dock towards the boat, and the captain is standing at the edge of the boat with arms crossed.
Goblins took over the prison.
It is definitely compromised. We need to leave.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
That'd be a 30.
Get on the boat now. We gotta get out of here. Did you kill as many of them as you could?
We killed a couple.
Sure.
All right. We'll report down to 10 towns after we drop you off.
I did not lie. I did kill a couple.
So you guys get on the boat. You have
We'd be here all night if we stood our ground to fight.
true.
No kidding. That wasn't the plan.
Of
And
goblins.
you have no idea how many there
No,
were amongst
well,
this whole prison.
I knew there was enough that I didn't want to get stuck fighting
Right.
all of them.
As you make your way out of town, there's just arrows just plopping into the sea, like
Right.
you know,
As
just
soon as
willy-nilly.
as soon as we leave the dock, I take one of my potions of healing and give it to her.
she is stabilized, and her eyes flutter open, and in an infernal, she says to you, "My thanks, sorcerer."
You're quite welcome. Do you have a name other than Prisoner 13?
And her eyes like flutter close. I don't know her. Sierra didn't give me the character name yet.
No problem.
So does she not have? She has no armor, no weapons.
No, she's been like stripped
So
bare.
I do have what I'll tell Sierra this later, but
Yeah.
I have a +1 longsword that I've been carrying around.
Okay.
So I will
Yeah, you guys might need to like
ceremoniously
figure out how to gear her.
yeah, I will ceremoniously offer her a +1 longsword.
So you recover. That's not actually.
I was
her
going to say,
minion
it's
either.
a very small
I
character.
think that's just an Eladrin miniature.
Well, it looks like it has a ray gun.
Yeah, something. I don't know.
It's pretty cool.
But yeah, so you guys make your way back down the Sea of Moving Ice, back to the port where the portal is, and make your way back.
Oh,
to
and
Sydney.
I will also give her the other coat stuff
Okay.
that I
yeah.
the cold weather gear.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys make your way back to Sigil, back to the Sanctum. The captain lets you go. You know, you've paid your gold. He believes you that the goblins have infiltrated this prison.
Well, we also have a few wounds on us.
That's
I have a spear sticking out of my back.
I have a javelin in my
yeah, both
shoulder.
of you do. Yeah, both of you do. And so you guys make your way back to Sigil, which is where we will pick up on the next session.
Sounds good.
But you managed to recover Sierra's new character, her Shadarkai Illrigger, and we will pick up with you guys asking her more questions about who she is on